Hey y'all, welcome to another episode with your favorite girls Party Podcast. We're at episode 105. This is your girl Jori, aka Alia Gabor.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in again. This is your girl Just Nick checking in.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby, please say the baby. And welcome to another episode.
We are
Party.
missing Egypt today, but you know we're gonna have a great time in her honor for
She's
sure.
here in spirit.
Yes.
How are y'all?
Doing good, girl. Doing good.
It was 4th of July over the weekend.
4th of who?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
No 4th of July.
The fourth day of July.
Okay.
Mhm.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. How was y'all's extended holiday?
It was
It was fun, bro. Like, and I know we say this every time, but it takes forever for me to bounce back after drinking. Like, I can't do it no more. I can't. I'm done.
No, I just learned how to kind of
Mm-mm.
take my time with it. No more
Yeah.
Okay, because you know
No.
people like to have pre-games and I feel like people be getting lost in the pre-game. Like the pre-game is supposed to be the pre-game, 1-2 shots, 3 max. After that,
Key Jori, you was going hard.
girl, people be taking.
Jori's going hard.
People are
I
taking
didn't take a lot of shots at the pregame.
The whole
At the pregame, I didn't take a lot of shots at the pregame. The thing is, I had been drinking all day Saturday, all day Sunday. But
It's
we're
going
talking about the
hard.
pregame.
Yeah,
Right?
I don't
I
want
thought
to
you
be
were talking about the pregame, but I didn't
I
take a lot of
was.
shots at the pregame. I just
No,
was
but people
tired
were
of it,
on shot 7 and shit. I'm like, at a
No.
pregame?
before you even get to the section of bottles. That's,
Guys.
I don't want to
No.
be like Young Miami, but for the past 5 days,
Oh,
I've
God,
been
here we
drinking
go.
Deleon.
Deleon.
Oh, my God.
And when I tell you, y'all, that it hits. I'm not even gonna lie. I had the anejo. It was
Deleon is cool. I'm not
perfect.
gonna lie, but I feel like all liquor tastes the same.
No, it was very smooth. It tasted completely
It's-
different. It did not. Because
Sure.
whenever I drink Casamigos, I feel like Casamigos is drinking me.
Dita,
But
Diddy,
I
cut
was
the check.
actually drinking Deleon.
Cut the
Child.
check.
see, I've
girl.
drank it before, and the flavor to me didn't taste any different from any other tequila.
But
didn't
which
to
one
me
did you?
either.
I did anejo, and I feel like
Oh,
that's the
okay.
biggest. I feel like that's the biggest difference because I don't really drink anejo at all because it's so dark. I'm like more like a clear tequila drinker.
Mhm.
But this one was perfect.
I like reposado. I think I pronounced that correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks.
I don't like.
I heard,
I don't like anything anymore. So
What is it? How you say it? Treyamanda?
Oh, that's the Rock's
The
tequila.
Rock's tequila.
Yeah, how you
That's
say it
good,
though? How do you
too.
say it before we?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I just always say the Rock's
I keep
tequila.
hearing everybody says it's the new Casamigos.
I don't like
child.
it.
It's the new.
It's good.
People keep saying it's the new
And
thing.
it like whenever I take a shot on it, it actually like
Terramana.
hurts.
But
Ooh.
no. When it's chilled, it's good, and I feel
I've
like
been-
it has a great price point too.
It has a good
So
price
it's good,
point.
Yeah.
I heard the LeBron.
Oh, yeah,
Lobo.
Lobo.
I heard it was-
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bottle's
good.
cool.
The bottle's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
want to try that.
Mm.
Dang.
I'll let
Oh
you
yeah,
know
I
how
think
it
my
is.
drinking days are behind me.
Yeah, I'm
as
not gonna-
well.
I mean, No, I like to drink. Well, I'm tapping back in, so. But I like
or
to
at least
drink,
the way
but
I
like take my
used to
time.
Drink,
Like
yeah.
if I know I'm gonna go hard in the evening time, I will not do a lot of day drinking. Just 'cause I want to be
I love
ready.
day drinking.
No, day drinking is way better. But listen, I don't know. I took 3 or 4 shots max and was done. I'm like, no way. And the next day, it took me long to bounce back. So I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
same,
doing this
same,
anymore.
Same.
I was literally telling, I think Keisha earlier today, I was like, I think I've just developed like a tolerance to tequila. Like, I feel like 1, 2, 3 shots does nothing to me. I have to drink so much before I actually
Oh,
feel
no.
anything. So
I
I
be
feel like,
feeling it
But I'm a
shot
drinker.
one.
I've realized
I-
that I am a drinker.
I realize that, but it's like it takes a lot for me to really
Oh
get
my God,
through.
that
So-
sound.
No, I'm a
I
drink.
mean-
I'm a
I mean,
drinker. I'm not an
Versus a
alcoholic.
smoker.
Well,
That's
no
what
one
you're
said that.
That's what you were trying to
But yeah,
apply.
that's
I know.
Nah, I'm just saying. I didn't like how that sounds. I'm a drinker.
I mean,
okay.
that doesn't mean you're
It's a
Big
little
alcoholic.
Nikki.
But,
Okay.
but I think because of that, I'm gonna take a step back from drinking alcohol
Yeah.
for a little bit because
You
I don't.
know, or do it
yeah.
in moderation. Like
No.
me,
I've decided.
I took a step back, but I'm tapping back in because it's time.
Feel
Hot
it.
girl summer.
Life.
Period.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and move into our motto.
Yeah.
It's okay, Paulette. She got lost in the
Dang.
song.
Okay. Okay, guys. So y'all gonna really enjoy this one. So someone wrote in. Their name is No Face, No Case. So let's get into this. Yep. After a night of passion, I woke up the next morning telling him I felt like there was a cloud over me and like he was acting weird. Sure enough, I go online to pay my car note and I see he spent over $60 on Uber, Uber Eats, and an alcohol delivery. Long story, I went over there, confronted him. He cried and gave me a sob story about how he was using my car to in turn help me. He was going to wire money and transfer it to me to my account on Friday. Bullshit. He also did this 2 years ago, but I forgave him due to his depression and life being in shambles then. He's been making efforts to prove that he's changed, and I fell for it. This person, so this is in all caps, y'all. This person is a community activist, author of children's books, and poet out of Texas.
Of course.
He portrays this image online as a conscious black freedom fighter, but is a narc that preys on women. The bank has returned my money and I reported him, but I want revenge so bad. What would you do?
Okay, let me tell you something. I just want to say this real quick before I even get to her. It always be them niggas. The ones who like, you got this persona on the internet. Everybody think you a stand-up guy. The motivational speakers. It always be them niggas. That's what
Be a full-time robber.
Like, full-time.
419
robber.
Full-time, everything.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Let me be honest with you. Like, okay, so I forgot to like even tell y'all the beginning part. He's younger than her too. So that's
What was her question?
So basically, like, what would you do?
She wants
in a situation?
revenge.
Like, she wants revenge. I'm not gonna lie, girl. There's not really much you could do unless you just wanna post what you sent us onto the internet and at him on it, because that's the only revenge you're gonna get.
No, leave that nigga.
I don't think she's dealing with him
She
anymore.
said she forgave him though.
He's done it 2 years ago.
before.
Yeah.
And that's weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. That's stealing.
No, that
So,
is stealing.
I feel like if a man steals from me, that's it.
That's
like,
it.
Here's the
no,
thing.
you can't come back from that.
I feel like it was your bad for deciding to forgive him that second time around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you already knew what he was about, and he did it
And you still
again.
took it
Yeah.
back.
So revenge should have been the first time. You know what I'm saying? Just because he did it. But this second time around, it's kind of like, wait, my bad, your bad, and then the second time around, like, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, girl, just take your L. You got the money back from the bank, and just move on. But then at the same, okay, here's the other perspective. What if he, like, finds, like, a really rich girl and, like, he takes her for a wild ride, y'all, and takes all her money?
What does that have to do with anything?
She might feel bad because she could have stopped.
It has nothing to do with me.
No, because she could have stopped him from like from preying on other women.
Why is that my job?
That's not my
women.
job.
Nothing to
We've
do with
said this
me.
numerous of times. We're not. Listen.
I'm not a fixer-upper.
Okay,
I'm not about to fix you
I'm
up for the
not-
next bitch.
I'm not tricking.
Like, what?
Like,
I'm
what?
gonna say this. There's nothing you need to do. Karma always comes
Honestly.
around. It might take a year, might take 2, might take 5, might take 10. It don't matter. It will come back around, and he will reap what he sows, girl. So just be glad you got your money and move.
The fact that he's a whole activist.
That's what I'm saying. It always, like, even if it's not an activist, it's always like the niggas who like just have a different persona on the internet.
But
Like,
Yeah.
what if
The
it's
internet
somebody y'all
thinks you
donated
just-
money to?
I don't
donate money to things as such as what
Online,
she claimed him to
yeah.
be. So
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What if you bought his child book?
I didn't.
I don't have children.
I'm just saying, y'all.
Now I'm gonna have to go look up black guy from Texas
literally.
with a book with that persona. Because honestly, at first the way it was going, I was like, dang, I hope we don't know him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel bad because I'm like, dang, I kind of feel her on the revenge part because it's like maybe not revenge, but maybe like spreading awareness for the fact that he's a
What?
fraud.
But when I think I don't know, bro. Like
because I don't even know if we can say.
even if she hops on Instagram and blasts him, like it's not really.
Nothing's
That's
gonna
what I'm
gonna
like. When
change.
how, we've
Nothing's gonna
seen
come from
niggas
it.
get blasted and
And still reap the benefits.
Yeah, not only that, still are fully in relationships, and you know what I'm saying. So it don't even matter. Like, it don't
But it's
even
different
matter.
from a relationship and like fraud. You know what I'm saying? I know
Then she
y'all
needs to
remember.
contact the police because honestly, she never clarified how he used her card.
He took it out of her purse.
It don't matter. He used it.
And he did a lot on it.
It don't
Uber
matter.
Eats,
He
Uber
probably
and
laid
alcohol
it-
delivery.
He probably laid it down in bed, put her to sleep, and then
Talk about
creeped
there was a
over to
cloud
her
over her
purse.
That's what
head.
makes you more of a fraud because how did you get my card? Like that's what makes you.
You
really
let
more
a
of
thief
fraud.
hit. I cannot know. If you steal from me, that's it. No
Paulette.
more
You
access.
You think she's
Paulette.
No, you can't not.
But you know
can't
what?
be stealing and hitting. They don't
But
work
you gotta
like that.
believe them feelings though, because the fact that she's talking about after a night of passion, she woke up and had a cloud
Passion.
over her.
Ooh.
That
The
came
dick-
to you
the
quick,
dick gonna
sis.
do
Be
it to you.
glad.
We
'Cause
know
then
what he
you-
did.
Right. And my thing is, I was just telling somebody the other day, I was like, I don't really go back into my account and verify like my
Ever.
charges. And I actually really need to start doing that.
You have to.
I have to
Mhm.
because, yeah.
Especially after a night out, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Look, I be
Yeah, I
verifying my
don't.
charges because I remember one time I went out to the bar and someone added on $125 tip.
Mm-mm.
Girl.
See, I need to start
And-
but logging into my bank account be bad vibes. Like I don't need to see how much I spent the day before, so I don't be trying to. I just be like, bro, L's on L's.
But even that,
Yikes.
like, I've started taking pictures of my receipts because
Smart.
I have had an issue recently where there was a discrepancy on what I signed off on and what was actually charged to my credit card. And I didn't have the receipt. I tossed it. So now when I pay for stuff, I just take a quick little picture.
And that's a
'cause
federal offense. Waiters
I
and
just-
waitresses,
I
please stop
disputed it
doing
with my
that.
bank. They gave
Stop
me the money
doing
back.
that.
So.
But see, I
What?
don't like y'all's answers. Only because I feel like we were just talking about how like someone fucks up and sometimes you don't do enough the first time, so they try you the second time.
Yeah, but
And I feel like this is kind of the same case. It's
What
like,
do you mean?
but you know,
he's
I feel
tried
you,
her the
but-
second time.
but
Yeah,
Nikki's
so this is
feeling-
where the lesson has to be learned.
Exactly. That's why she needs revenge. She
Okay.
needs to go hard.
I mean, only thing I could say, like I just said it, she should post what she sent us at him and like expose him, like, you know. But that's all you
She
really
don't even
can
gotta
do.
at him. Like she don't even gotta at him. You just
Then what's the point?
Yeah, what is the
you
point?
can say his name and people will know who he is. You don't have to
Oh,
at
yeah.
him.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
adding
it's
you.
something
You
don't
need
have
to
add
get
him.
notified.
I'm gonna make a fake page.
You ain't gotta do all that.
No,
'cause
yeah.
we already know
It's-
who it
it's
is.
my- it's
Say
my
it with
bank
your
account.
chest, girl.
Yeah,
He
like,
stole from you.
I'm not
Yeah.
hiding behind a fake
Either
page
say it
to,
with
to
your chest or
screenshot
don't
what
say
he
it at
did.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, and
Ooh,
yeah,
what a
stop and stop
thief.
letting him hit, girl. He's robbing you.
I think she's done.
But
Like-
you okay? But go back on what Nikki said. You said that like forgiving a nigga and not reacting first.
Yeah.
His first time. It's not different, but stealing I feel like is another offense, bro.
I feel like
That-
stealing is worse.
Yeah.
She forgave
Yes.
him the first time.
Yeah, so it's not the same as what you're comparing. What we're talking about too. Lee. You're talking about like if a nigga cheated on you, or if a nigga did something crazy, and then you didn't do nothing this first time. The second time you try to react or whatever.
like,
That's a little. It's still. But
And that's why I feel like stealing is worse. So therefore,
Yeah,
she
so
needs to
that's
go
why-
harder.
I mean, he did steal twice.
That's what I'm saying. Like what?
He stole
mean,
twice, not once, but
listen.
And
twice.
think
Listen.
about the type of violation y'all would
But-
feel. Even if it was like
No.
a friend or something, someone comes into your house and steals from you.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna
That's a
feel. I
really
don't think
big
I'll feel
deal.
anger to fight him or nothing. Or
yeah,
like,
I'm not
I don't
gonna
think I'll
put
feel
my-
that kind of
no,
anger.
See, I'm with
That's why I'm
Crystal.
like,
There
you
are
not-
certain things that warrant that type of reaction.
behavior. I'm
You
not
know?
going like.
The
That's why I'm
girls
like, what
that
kind of
get it,
revenge do you
Girls that
need?
don't.
The girls that
I
don't
mean,
know. Type shit.
She said she wanted
Okay.
revenge. I feel like even her doing that is not revenge. Like
Go to the
that's what I'm
police.
saying. There's nothing she. I feel like her blasting him is not really revenge. Like you're not
It's
getting anything
not.
from that. That's
It's
just
really
exposing
not.
somebody for
Like-
what he is. That's why I was like, don't worry about getting revenge. It'll come back
You know
around
what
to
she
him. But
should
if you
do?
want to blast him, blast him.
You
Really,
know what
all
you
she
should
needs to
do,
do is make a
girl?
TikTok. Them hoes can make go rounds, and people will figure out who that is on their own. The
Girl.
comments will figure that shit
I'm
that nigga out
telling you.
before she does.
No,
before she can
girl.
say who it is.
I'm not gonna lie. Set him up to get robbed.
What?
Wait,
Paul, you
that's-
can't rob someone
okay.
who's robbing other people. He probably don't have nothing to rob.
You be okay. Look, they have them. Those be the ones that have the most things in their house to rob.
Huh?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, girl.
I don't like that.
No,
because
but
set him
let's
up
keep
to
in mind
get-
of a thief.
set
What
him
are
up
you
to get
talking about?
robbed. Next thing you know, something go wrong. Someone hurt, and it's on you.
Right. Yeah, you don't want that.
For
It's not worth
Can
it.
I take that back? I take that back.
All I'm saying is I watch too
Be
much
real, you do it.
Investigation Discovery
Right.
because I know how these things go.
Or first 48 robberies.
And,
Those be
and
going
some be
wrong.
ready to snitch. They reporting you
Girl.
for hiring them to rob him, girl. Mm-mm. But okay,
I'm dead.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the Petty Chronicle. If you hear this, I'm sorry, but I'm
Yeah.
fed up.
Mm.
Girl.
I want to know really quickly. Have you ever been in a situation where like somebody asks you like a hypothetical question, but like the question that they're asking like pertains to you?
Yep.
Has that happened to you before?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm that person
Okay.
too.
Okay,
So-
so I was on the phone with a friend or whatever, and he asked like a hypothetical question, like, "Oh, have you ever, not wanted to tell a friend something because it might like mess up like the future potential y'all may have?" And I was like, "Why are you asking me this?" Like immediately, I was like, "You're talking about me," and I was like, "No." I was like, "No," and he was like, "Oh, okay," and I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, like, what is it about?" And he's like, like I'm kind of waiting on somebody, and because she's not ready right now, and I'm like, "Bro, I've already had this conversation with you so many times." So I was like, now I'm about to play with you because you want to be dumb. You don't want to come directly to me and ask me like straight up what you want. So I'm just like, why are you waiting on somebody? I was like, that's the stupidest thing you could ever do. I was like, I've waited on the guy before and it was the worst thing ever. I was like, you should
She's
really
right.
not waste your
She's
time.
right.
I said, you have no business waiting on anybody. He's like, well, I'm not really waiting per se. Like, and I was like, it sounds like you're kind of waiting. I was like, does the girl know? And he was like, no. I was like, well, I think you should tell her. I said, that way that person can let you know whether or not you should be waiting on them or not.
Yeah.
So we're going back
Petty.
and forth, like playing this game. And I'm just like, I was like, all right, well, you know what? When you're ready to have this conversation, let me know. He's like, dang, you put me on the spot. He's like, well, I wouldn't say I'm waiting on you per se. He was like, but I just
Oh, so
feel
he
like,
said you finally?
because I was just like, let me know when you're ready to have a real
Calm down.
conversation. Because I'm like, why are we doing this circle thing? Like, because I was going kind of hard. Like, don't wait on people. That's
Yeah,
so
you-
dumb. Like,
you
why would you
were.
do that? Like, I was going really hard, making him feel very dumb for even wanting to wait on somebody. Because I've done it before. So I was trying to give him good advice. Like, don't do it, run. So finally I was like, like, let me know when you're ready to have a conversation. He's like, well, I don't want to say I'm waiting on you per se. He's like, but I just know like there's potential there. And I'm like, who said there's potential? I'm like, that's the problem with waiting on people. You're telling me that you want to wait around for me because there's possibly a potential between us. There's no potential. So I'm, as a friend, trying to let you know, don't wait. And I just felt like, was that petty for me to like go around that roundabout circle with him and tell him that?
No, I think
No.
I don't think it's petty. I think it's probably something he really needed to hear, to be honest with you.
This is the third time I had this conversation with him. That's why I had to come at him hard like that. And I was just like, I hope that was good enough, because if I have this conversation with him again, I'm gonna have to tell you, if you're listening, we cannot be friends anymore. Because I'm not having this conversation with you.
But I was gonna be honest with you, like, why are you keeping him around as a friend anyways? If you have to
Girl,
repeatedly tell him
So okay,
that it is what it is.
So here's the thing. Our friendship has changed because of that. Like, I already had told him once, let's just be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Came back around. Oh, like, me and so-and-so aren't talking anymore. Like, I was hoping we could No, I'm talking to somebody, right? The second time we had the conversation, then it came up again. Like, I just feel like you playing games. I'm not playing games. I'm not talking to nobody. I don't want to talk to anybody. If I was going to talk to somebody, it's not going to be you. You know what I mean? And I feel like as a friend, it's been awkward because now I'm dodging phone calls. Now, like, when he calls me, I have an attitude because it's like, it's not, I can't, like, why can't you just be my friend? Like, why are you trying to force something more than that? I feel like it's unfortunate because it's like, how many times do I have to keep telling you
I have a
I just want to be
question.
friends?
Do y'all have history?
No, we've always only been friends.
Y'all haven't like kissed each other, hugged each other?
No.
Okay. That's different then.
No, I'm sorry, but men really do run off potential. I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially like if they really, really like someone, they will run off potential, and
And be miserable.
And the thing is, I think men are
Women
really
do
good.
that too, though.
No, but I think men are. You're right.
Women do
Yeah.
that
I
all the
think
time.
you're right.
Men and women.
That's very true. But you're right. Both sexes, like, what I think, feel like what they kind of do is like when they see potential, and the person keeps telling them like, "No, I'm not trying to do that." They'll try to befriend you, and they'll stay friends as long as possible until they finally find like that right moment where they feel like they can like step in as something more. But what they don't realize, like, not everyone goes for that. Sometimes it does work.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't. But my best advice to you would be like, you gotta cut the friendship off. I'll be honest with you. It's
Yeah,
never gonna
you're
be
not friends.
it's never gonna
He
be a
doesn't wanna
real friendship.
friend.
I mean,
He's
we
wanna
were
be your
friends a
friend.
year before this even happened.
And it's so,
But I do agree with you because I do feel like I'm rude now. Like, I
okay.
ignore phone calls and be
I
like, why are you acting different? Because you crossed the friend
mean.
boundary. So it's
I don't
like,
think like you need to cut him off. I maybe like have like an actual like sit down conversation and talk about it.
Paulette,
just feel like
she's had
she
the
said
conversation.
3
You clearly have
times.
the
Y'all are
conversation.
actually legit.
But
We're
she said
friends. Like, damn,
3
this is the reason why we can't be
times.
friends.
But what
No,
if
no, no,
but what if the
it's-
friendship started off with him like really being interested and he only became friends with her because he was thinking that they could possibly become more.
Bop, bop, bop. There it goes right there.
yeah.
So he was never in it for like just friendship, but then
Got you.
he didn't realize he was actually gonna get friend zoned.
I don't know, because I do feel like, unless I was just getting finessed, like I really do feel like at one point we were really just friends because he was in a relationship. I was not in a relationship, but whatever. You know what I mean? So I really did feel like we started off as like genuine friends, but I feel like along the line, I felt like he thinks like, oh, we're compatible because we have so much in common, but it's like, we're just friends. Like, we don't have to cross that boundary from friends to something more. And that's why I really wanted to let him know, like, you feel like there's potential there. And like, I literally said to him, I was like, once I told you I just only wanted to be friends, I put you in that friend category and I left it there. And I says, the fact that you're trying to think that I'm going to change my mind to move you out of that friend category, I put you there and I'm not moving you there at no point. So it's like, don't wait around. Don't make me feel guilty. Like, oh, you want to hang out? No, I don't want to hang out. I don't want to hang out because now I don't feel like you can just be a friend, especially because I've had to have this conversation with you so many
Feel like you have
times.
to, like,
But what
possibly
put him
yeah.
in like the friend category in the first place? Like, what?
Why
made
are we
you,
always
like-
just friends?
No, like what made?
Basically, why have you never seen him more than a friend?
Yeah.
I do feel like there was a point, like when we were friends, like the idea of like maybe talking to him kind of came up, you know what I mean? And so like it was something we were gonna maybe possibly explore, but I started talking to somebody else and it was just like, I just wasn't interested in talking to him as anything more than that.
Okay.
So I kind of understand like why that came up, but it was like, I said to him, I'm talking to somebody else right now. Like, I have no intentions of talking to you. You know what I mean? And he also was kind of like coming off the heels of talking to somebody. So it was kind of just like, I'm now talking to somebody else and you just got out of something and now you want me to talk to you. And I'm like, you missed your window of opportunity.
Yeah.
And in that, like, I just decided, like, I actually just prefer being your friend. Like, I don't want to cross this boundary. So I do know why he kind of feels like that. But I'm like, we originally first had this conversation about us just being friends in November. We're in July and I'm still having to have this conversation. And it's like, it's taxing. It's annoying. Like, I feel bad because it's like, yeah, he's cool. Like, we're friends. But it's like, every time we get on the phone, when am I going to see you? Like, why are you acting weird? And it's like, bro, like, because.
And this is why my man can't have girlfriends.
And
that's on everything.
Because I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't believe
Because people
in
be-
best
people be
friends,
Okay.
besties.
I'm sorry,
So
people be
like-
sneaky.
that.
I'm sorry, like
Okay,
every
Start
time
fucking-
he hop on the phone with her, no.
So let me
No.
ask this
Cut it.
question. Okay, y'all.
No.
Let me get y'all today. So look, he's a 10, but he got more girlfriends than you, like female friends.
We
than
can't be
you.
together.
No, so what does that
But
make
no,
him?
what's his
Rank-wise?
rating?
You're too friendly.
Bro, so it goes from a 10
I don't
to
even
what?
know if that's too friendly. You're a whore. I mean,
a guy can have a lot of girlfriends, but
No.
that's not something. I know that's not
Mm-mm.
something that I want in dating a guy.
I think if
so
a guy
his
has a lot of
10
girlfriends, that's
You
a
probably
red
have a lot of
flag.
girlfriends because you're a trick.
Yeah, literally.
So what does that
Literally.
bring
Not
his
even.
ranking
No,
to?
Jori, no, yes.
No, I
Them
know
guys that stay with a lot of girls around them, they
They're
get them
tricks.
girls. Are
But
getting
I also
broken
know
off.
guys who stay with around a lot of girls and they're not tricks. They're just friendly men, and that takes him from a 10 to a 5. I'm sorry.
A 10 to a 5. I mean, yeah, I'd probably be the same. Like it probably cuts him in half. He probably looks good,
Mhm.
but like everything else that surrounds you,
Yeah,
it would be a no
you
for
become
me.
a 7.
That's generous.
Yeah, that is. But I was gonna say
Because I mean,
Yeah.
coming from experience, it's a 7.
So your guy can't. So you're the whoever you're with, boyfriend, whatever. He can't have a girlfriend, like
I
a,
didn't
girl,
say
a
that.
girl best
If
friend.
you
I
don't-
didn't say that.
No, I
A girl
think the
best-
closest
That's
girlfriend that he can
insane.
have
Is me.
is if he has a guy friend that's married and it's his wife. That's about it.
No,
That's
I'm sorry. I don't
weird.
know what about that
Wait,
makes
wait.
it even better.
Yeah.
But
What'd you say?
'Cause-
I'm your friend.
So like, let's say
If
that
he had a girl that was a good friend, was married with a husband.
no. So like
A
he
guy
had a
that's a
guy
good
that was
friend.
his good friend and like
He's
he's
married with a
married.
wife.
But what makes you think that you gonna rock with the wife like that?
I think
Right.
that,
That's why
I
I'm
see that
like,
very often.
No,
I
but
think it's-
but I mean, yeah, we can be cool, but like, not everybody's just gonna rock like 5'6". Like, no.
I know, but I see that very often, and I think that that's okay. But like single girlfriends, no.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. When
don't
I
know,
think
I don't
of
know, I don't know.
any, when I think of any, and I haven't said this about a lot of people, so let's clarify first. When I think about the guys that I do consider my guy best friends, we had relations, so
Exactly. That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my god.
Okay.
See,
I just
see,
said
but
if your
I'm
best
on the
friends you're
opposite spectrum.
fucking,
I've
like-
never.
I've
never
but let me put context on that.
And
The-
Jori,
the
I'm
peop-
right
the-
there with you.
Well, I'm gonna put.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even gonna put context on mine.
You don't have to. I mean, because it is.
You
a
don't
don't have
yeah,
to put
yeah,
context.
no,
But I'm right there
understood
with you.
doesn't have to be
I
bad.
Literally, I've had relations and like it just didn't work out. And
So
we
you
ended
became
up, but
friends?
we
Yeah.
had really good connections as a
No.
personality,
Yeah.
so we were
No,
good
no, no, no,
friends.
no, no,
No, okay, yeah, that's what my
No,
situation.
because
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
lie.
lie. That's too close
None of my
to
guy-
home.
yeah, none of
Like,
my-
if I
none of my
ever
guy
get upset,
friends-
like, I don't want to slip up with you.
none of my guy friends I've slept, and I never will. Never.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I hope never. But
Yeah,
I
I
just,
mean-
I just don't look at them like that. So
And
it's
that's
like,
actually
and I mean,
crazy.
I'm
But
not
you would
gonna
know
say,
your place whenever it comes to a guy that is like gonna get married or something like that, and let's say he's your best friend.
yeah.
Exactly,
I
but
don't
not
know.
everyone knows their place.
See, I don't. Okay, gotcha.
And I don't have
okay.
time for you to going to her whenever we have problems. Don't talk about our relationship to another female. Don't do it.
But guys do it.
Guys do that a lot.
They
And-
actually do.
Yeah, I
To
know,
their
and that's
never mind.
And it's actually crazy because it's like y'all guys actually have to be very careful about doing that because the person who you're complaining to is loving the demise of your relationship
literally.
Look.
and giving you bad advice.
Absolutely.
So, just
Purposely?
yes.
Yep.
I'm fucking
Clap for
dead.
yourself.
Be careful who you ask advice for him.
I'm fucking dead. Niggas is really praying on their downfall. Like, I hope these
Ooh,
bitches
yes,
don't even
babe.
work
Tell me all the
out.
tea. Tell me all, not babe,
That's
but y'all know what
no,
I mean.
that's what they're saying.
No,
girl.
that's exact. Look,
They trying to replace you.
and
In
y'all
their
wonder
head.
why.
In
No,
their head.
It's a no for me.
But no, I'm not gonna like.
Y'all be-
I'm not a fan of guys when they say they have a best friend. I'm like, and it's a female. I'm like, oh, so y'all were y'all once fucking? Like, what? Why are they still around? And it's just weird to me. I think it's very inappropriate. 'Cause I feel like if you have a girl best friend, they need to meet you know what I'm saying? Like,
So I have a question.
What?
Then. I have a question then. So let's say, because I know some of y'all said no. Let's say for some reason it happens to y'all, like y'all end up a guy y'all used to talk to or sleep with or whatever. It doesn't work out. Y'all become really good friends, best friends,
Yeah.
right? I'm just
not
saying.
a best friend.
Just
You can never
saying
be
it
my best
happened.
friend, you
Just
my
say
friend.
it happened, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
You said you got you in a relationship, right? Or just
Was dating and it didn't work out, but you have slept with them and y'all just became really good friends after the fact.
Mhm.
In that scenario, and let's say at this point now in your lifetime you're married, like, and your husband asked you, like, you know, have y'all ever had sex?
Yes,
Mind
we
you,
did.
your husband has been known that this is your guy best friend. He's never asked, and then he randomly comes to you and asks, like, would you lie or tell the truth?
I'm
Tell
telling
the
the truth.
truth.
Just because it's like, why am I lying?
Yeah.
Yes, I fucked
I mean,
him.
if that's my husband that's asking.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm
No,
telling the
no,
truth.
I wouldn't say yes, I fucked him. I would say yes, we slept together.
I'm like, wow.
Nikki, real
yes,
quiet.
I fucked him and from the back and what? Like, that's the energy you give. No, I would though, because at the end of the day, I mean, that's my husband.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
why would I lie to you? You know already. That's what
Wait,
you're
Nikki.
asking.
Nikki, you're not telling
Because
her?
Nikki,
I feel
wow, you're
you.
a liar.
It's not even.
Why would you
You're
wait
a
till? Why would you wait
liar.
till we're married to ask that?
I
bro?
like to
Why
keep
not?
peace.
No, I
No.
I like to keep peace.
I feel
I like to
that.
keep peace,
No,
and that's
See,
and it
you
is
know
what
what's
it is.
crazy?
Sometimes you have to tell a little fib. I don't want to call it a lie.
No, I see,
it's
I
a
don't-
fib.
No, that's a lie.
Nikki.
Fibbing
That's
is
a full lie.
lying.
Okay, and so let me ask you this. So let's
Liar.
say that this is flipped, and a guy and your husband tells you, "Yeah, I fucked her," and you think about all the times you have let them hang out together, you have let them do all.
But would
that not be running through your
I'm gonna be honest
mind?
with you, I'm not asking them questions.
But if you did, let's just say you
No, I feel
randomly
you.
did.
Okay, of course.
So why would you put that type of turmoil on
but
your husband's
that's on
brain?
You, though. You put that turmoil on yourself.
No.
Like, you
No,
don't
the
ask questions to get
husband
prepared.
did by asking
That's
because
what I'm saying. Like, you don't. I always believe in don't ask questions that you're not prepared to hear the answer for. Like,
okay,
you know
but
what
we've
I'm
all
saying?
done it.
Yeah, like I'm
We've
not
all
about to
done
sit
it.
here and ask my husband, like, did you sleep with Josina? Like, why?
I'm not gonna lie.
For what?
I'm a Nikki. At that point, I may have to
feel
just
you.
lie
I'm not
to keep the
lying.
peace.
That's my husband.
If you asked me that
Yeah.
before marriage, okay, cool.
That's different.
Man,
But
But
we're married.
but now,
I-
why are you
I don't
asking
know.
now? It's giving you're looking for
No,
a reason
I feel
to
like-
cause
no,
drama, and you
you're-
don't want me to hang out with this person. And
feel
just
like-
say, hey, you know what? I feel like you and so-and-so are hanging out too much.
Mhm.
Well,
No, that's what I'm saying.
then
I feel like
will.
you know what's crazy? I was just about to say that, like, maybe the wife or husband's doing something that has them thinking, like, is there something more? Like, what the
Mhm.
fuck?
Yeah.
That would be my.
You can't
that would
be
be my
moving
next
like- see,
question.
that's what I'm saying. You
is
can't
like, why
move
would you
like
ask
that.
that?
Mhm.
That would be my only thing.
Listen, when you put doubt in someone's mind, I'm asked.
But I'm lying to the grave,
Dang, I was about to ask
I'm not
a
lying.
really messy question, but I
Ask.
won't.
and I am.
Ask.
I'm trying to think. I gotta figure out how to say it. What would y'all do if you went through your husband's call log and y'all seen that he was like talking to like this random number a lot?
We'll have a conversation. We'll have a
I
conversation.
call the number first.
No, I don't. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I already know.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
No, because the
I'm
thing
not
is,
getting myself.
no, because
what?
I do
You
not
like to like. See,
no, because I'm not
mm-mm.
coming to you with just
I am.
hearsay.
It's not hearsay.
That's
It's
not
the
hearsay.
It's on
law.
the paper, yeah. It's
It's
on
a-
the paper.
It's in
And
the
who-
log.
you don't know who it is.
Why do I?
You're
need to
talking
know?
to them all the
At
time throughout
hours
the
of
day.
the
I am your
unsaved
wife.
number,
And what
are
if
you
it's
doing?
what if it's a surprise for you? What if he's like playing a getaway?
No, I
What if
don't
he's
care.
like there's so many
Well-
things that could be it could be.
Jig is up.
So
Tell
ask
me.
him. Oh, you call the number.
I'm calling
If
the
it's a
number.
surprise, she gonna lie for you too.
No,
I'm gonna call.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna call and figure out like who picks up the phone.
exactly.
I feel like that'll give me a
So
because if
then-
a man picks
so
up,
You
I
don't
mean,
bring everything to the
That's
table.
still suspicious, but
Yeah, you don't
Girl.
bring everything to the table, and it is what it is. Like,
I'm
'cause
sorry.
If you like, if I
Mm-mm.
brought everything I noticed to the table, I'd be fighting with niggas every day.
No, that's not even okay. I agree, but like, no, some things I feel like they don't need to be brought to the table. There's some things that's like, okay, no, I'm gonna come at you. I don't need you to already start create. No, once I see it. So who's
I guess-
972-383-221?
I guess I missed the point.
That's all you all on the phone with. What's up? Who's
of
that?
my question. I guess would you rather like? Well, I guess really what I wanted to say is like, how would you feel if you found like your husband had like a girl best friend that you never knew of that he was hiding?
You're cheating.
Like,
You're cheating.
hiding like a friendship.
You're
Simone
cheating.
and Cecil, no.
You're
That's-
cheating.
Oh.
No.
You're cheating.
No.
But Simone knew her.
That's not
Yes,
a possibility.
and it was. She felt like it was inappropriate.
I think
Yeah.
it's very inappropriate for you to have an outside friendship and your significant other doesn't know
know.
about it. That is
Yeah.
Facts.
to me, you're a liar.
And not
And
only
what
that,
are you
if you-
hiding it for?
I feel
You're a
like if you're
liar.
my husband, why don't I know? We've been years in at this
Hey,
point. Why don't we know?
No,
Why
not
don't I
even
know?
not even about even being husband. I feel like if like y'all have like a long run with each other, like at some point y'all reach
Yeah.
a point where it's like y'all can be open and honest with each other.
Mhm.
Why are you hiding? Why do friends not have faces?
Weirdo
Come on now,
behavior.
like
no, yeah, that's facts.
that's weird.
So let me ask y'all a question. So this recently happened to someone we know pretty well. Not we know, but like a celebrity.
Oh, okay.
But what would you do if you become friends with a girl and it's like a pretty organic friendship? Like y'all meet out. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you find out that she's fucking your baby daddy.
Wait.
And let's
Am I
say
with
y'all
my baby daddy still?
no, you're not with your baby daddy anymore. You're on to a new relationship, but
I
y'all
don't care.
actually like formed a really good friendship.
Did she know that was my baby daddy?
She knew it was your baby daddy.
Okay.
That's weird.
Only reason why
Wait.
I feel like if I'm
Is
in a
this
new
where you're
situation,
going? Because that's not what it is.
What?
I don't know where you was going.
Who
with
you
this
think I'm
one.
talking about?
Joy?
Yes.
They're
That-
not. They're not friends.
Yes, they were friends.
They're not friends.
Yes,
Context,
they are.
please.
context, I'm
Okay.
confused now. Damn, I
So
need to answer
that's
the question.
crazy. You even know about this.
Well, because I literally just read it. Like, whatever. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Okay, so Joy, I thought her name was Joey, but Joy, you know the baby mother of Future and Bow Wow,
Mhm.
Bow Wow's children. So she recently befriended. Well, she has 2 children.
Oh, sorry. You said Bow Wow's children. I'm like, I don't-
She said
Bow
Bow
Wow
Wow in
Future.
future.
Yeah.
oh, sorry. I was like, okay.
Okay, so she is she befriended this girl. I actually forgot the girl's name, But it's a pretty well-known girl as well, and she has a baby by a Dallas Mavericks player. Is it Mavericks or Cowboys? Mavericks, right?
I think. Child, I don't know. I don't like. I,
So,
I
okay.
glossed over it.
It's a celebrity. It's a athlete, and she became friend. From my understanding, was that she became friends with the girl. Okay, like even like the baby mother shows like DM exchanges between the two, like everything.
It was one screenshot.
Okay, well,
And the DM exchange was she tagged Joey, and you know she has a fitness line.
She has, like, the-
and
like,
she
yeah.
said, "I love your stuff. Thank you. I'll send you some stuff from some free stuff when I drop some new stuff."
but then she also tagged. Then she also showed that Joey was underneath her comments, like, oh my gosh, like I love your pic, all this stuff.
okay,
And then it turns out, like, so Joey is like coming back from a vacation with this athlete. Someone takes a picture of him, and like that's how the baby mother finds out that Joey's fucking with her baby daddy.
So I have a question. Did Joey know that that's her baby daddy?
Yes.
Okay, y'all gotta understand it. Y'all, so
And
That-
Joey and this boy is also like
Who-
23,
But the
24.
thing is-
befriended who?
he's not your baby daddy. Why are you mad? Like, I'm sorry, he's not like the girl that she's friends with. That's not her baby daddy. That's your friend's baby daddy.
Yeah.
So why
Wait,
are you mad?
that's none of your business.
That's what I'm like. What is she in her comments? This really.
That's none of your business. Like you're fighting a fight that's not your fight.
It's giving like they both are high profile Instagram girls and they were being friendly in each other's DMs. I don't consider them to be friends.
Thank
you.
Based when I look at that type of perspective, because we've seen it all the time where them influencers
searching for
hop at each other.
aesthetic.
Yeah, basically. And I feel like she probably did know, but at the end of the day, she don't owe that girl no loyalty.
She
At all.
doesn't. That's what she don't know her.
I'm about to stop my blessing from possibly finding my husband because some girl I slid in her DM talking about I like this or that.
Friend has a baby daddy.
We're not
yeah, it's your
friends.
friend
We're
that makes
acquaintances.
no, like yeah, like
Well, literally,
sorry.
we're acquaintances. They're not
Yeah,
friends.
like,
I don't
So with
think it was deal with ill intention.
So
It
what
just
ac-
happened to be coincidental.
So with acquaintances, you feel like you can like go back and fuck their...
no,
I wouldn't
but I
even-
don't. Have they met each other in
Can I
real
tell you
life?
something?
Probably
If
not.
you're an acquaintance,
But would y'all do it?
No.
Like, girl, I can't say no because
Yeah,
like
I can't.
I just feel like you're an acquaintance. You're not my friend, so don't ever feel like
True.
I'm gonna stop
That's
talking to
true.
someone behind
But
you.
I also feel
That
like
should be rude.
the people that y'all be interested in, I'm not
Yeah,
interested
that
in. So
part.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying no. Like, no, like I'm not interested in the people you like have that nigga, please.
So do you feel like you could be friends with somebody that has had relations like with your ex, like your ex-husband?
Yeah, why not? Who cares? You know how many people have had sex with the same guy and girl here in Dallas alone? Come on now.
Garcelle.
Yes, that's as I was gonna bring it up. So you know, like on the
Real
last
Housewives of
week,
Beverly Hills.
yeah, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh,
the
no,
last
I
week,
didn't.
She's not
well,
gonna spoil
it's not
it.
much.
Okay,
Nothing
sorry.
happened.
but Garcelle is very good friends with Will Smith's ex-wife,
Oh, I saw that.
and
And-
apparently
That was
Garcelle dated Will Smith
That was weird. when she even
after
brought it up.
they had been married.
Yeah.
But they're good friends now. But she wasn't good friends with the ex-wife at the time. So do you feel like you could have that relationship with somebody knowing that they've had relationship
She
with your
was
ex-husband?
clearly okay with it. Like she was like,
mean,
we dated
it-
the same man.
And not only that, it's her ex. So I feel like if it was her
Husband.
current husband, then maybe she would feel like, but it's her ex. She like, if it's-
Ex-husband.
But I also feel like that situation is a little different is because by the time her and Garcelle became friends, Will was already married to Jada. So it's like at that
Oh,
point,
okay.
like why would I care? Like that man has
Yeah.
already moved on and married to somebody else.
Yeah.
Like what is my issue with you?
That's true.
I feel like if it was fresher and he wasn't remarried, maybe even then I still don't think it would be weird. But I think based on that circumstance, she has no reason to not want to be
Yeah.
Garcelle's friend.
That's
Like
true.
Like, you're going out your way to be mad.
Did y'all see the tweet from Ari that
Yeah.
she made?
she needs to think, bro.
Okay.
She needs to think.
So in the middle of the night, a few days ago, Ari put out this tweet basically saying, this is the last
in the middle of
time.
the night, like a thief in the night.
It was like 3 a.m. It was
Giving-
Post and delete hours.
she put out a tweet basically saying that this is the last time I ever allow a man to put his hands on me. Go, fight your demons, don't fight me.
Period.
And she didn't like at anybody. She didn't put who it was in regards to. But of course, automatically people are going to assume that it has to deal with Moneybagg because
Mhm.
from my understanding, they're still together.
hmm
So how do y'all feel like about that? Because apparently it's not about Moneybagg.
It's not. She came back later on and tweeted that she was referring to some guy that pushed her in the casino because she's in the Bahamas. But it's like
The
thing about that is- I mean, it is a bad look.
Yeah,
and the problem with
very.
that is like her and Moneybagg definitely be throwing shots at each other on Twitter all the time. So it's like for you to post that, and that's the issue. It's like once you kind of already have that type of behavior and you're known for that, when you post something like that and you disappear off the internet for hours, people are automatically going to assume it's Moneybagg Yo. So it's kind of just like, as a celebrity, you have to just move better and be smarter. Like,
She's
did you even
not
need to
a
post
celebrity.
that?
That's the problem.
Well,
But
whatever.
do you feel like you could be with
whatever.
somebody like
A
that?
D-lister.
Because I feel like, do you really feel like you could be with somebody that, even if it's not about you, like, it's almost like they're still attacking you, like they're putting something on your character. You know what I'm saying? By her not addressing like automatically with that tweet who it was in regards to, it's still like tainted his image because automatically people were thinking like, oh, Money put his hands on Ari and so. Like, I don't understand why they stay in that like he's still in that relationship.
I honestly, I could never be with anyone like that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even big with someone having a heavy social media presence. So that already would be a red flag for me. And two, every time you run into a scuffle or something, you're always tweeting about it. To me, that's just, you don't know how to hold things in. Like, you know what I mean? Not everybody needs to know what's going on inside your relationship. That's weird to me. And Ari, though, she's known for doing this. That's why I really didn't care. Not that I didn't care, but I just, I didn't really give it any, like,
people say she was
buzz.
covering up.
So,
You think
and
so?
she might have been. But the thing is, okay, we also have to remember that just a few months ago, which it was kind of out of context, but it was still in context. She did basically say like, no one cares like about
Yeah, I don't know why she even said
domestic
that.
violence victims. She basically was saying like, no one cares about their story, you know, no one cares that in regards to that. So then to come out and say like, this is the last time I'm allowing a man to put his hands on me. And then just previously, a few months ago, she did state that in like a live video.
Yeah.
People are kind of like, oh, well, you didn't
Are you
care.
talking about that old shit that she said?
Yeah, like earlier this year.
Earlier this year when she was like, remember she like, what was it?
She was on an interview with Mona.
Yes. And then she came back on the live later on.
Yeah.
And that's whenever she was like, basically, we don't care. Like, I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't care. And she was saying that in regards to domestic violence victims.
I don't think that one has anything to do with the other. Because she is, I mean, she has been a whatever she said. So I don't think that
She's a domestic violence victim or she's the abuser.
No, she was a victim as well.
that's what she said. I mean,
now,
it
we
was,
know she was putting hands on G Herbo.
and
we know that
she
he
said
was
that he was putting hands on her.
Oh, I'm sure.
So she was a victim as well.
So yeah,
She was just in a domestic violent
But
relationship.
I don't know. It's weird. So we're gonna say everything allegedly. It just it was giving like, oops, I tweeted this. Let me cover it up real quick, just a little bit.
She could have
just a little
deleted
bit.
it.
But everybody already saw it. So I think in order to like reverse that image, that's what she went and tweeted back. But it's still just like, she also doesn't really like apologize for her tweets and stuff. So
doesn't. She
it's
doesn't
weird.
care.
Like it's just weird. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't really.
So do you think it was about Moneybagg?
Well, to answer your question, she's sloppy. Because I would think about that was y'all. Like you're a celebrity, and the person who you're dating hops online and tweets something like that that people are automatically going to assume it's about me. It's kind of just like, are you doing this on purpose? Like, why would you bring that type of negative attention to me? That's not the first time she's done something where people have been looking at Moneybagg like, what is he doing to her? So I do think on her behalf, it's sloppy. I get it. It's your Twitter. You should be able to post whatever you want. But the fact that you had to come up and clarify, he had to come out and say something, I'm like, why would you do that?
At the
Yeah,
end of the day,
for her
you're
to
sloppy.
be dating such a high, like,
Make a
I
fake
would
Twitter, girl.
like a
Something
high
Finsta.
profile rapper, like
Doesn't make
she
offense
shouldn't
to
have.
that.
Done
I think
that.
at the end of the day, this goes for anybody. I don't care if you're a superstar or anybody, but like, whatever, if you're connected to somebody, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're married to somebody, whatever you say on your social media, people are going to automatically assume it's about your significant
Absolutely.
other. And that could just be to your 300 close friends. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or to your 1 million followers. Like, people have to realize, like, at the end of the day, like, the shit you do falls back on the person you're connected with. And it is what it is.
I'm sure like celebrities, influencers, public figures, they all feel like, you know, why can I just, you know, tweet in peace or say regular things in peace? Because I think it happened to Masika. Like she was posting about like she's married and she was posting about like heartbreak shit all day. And like I think a blog reposted it and was like, maybe there's trouble in paradise. She's just like, bro, I'm just posting shit. But at the same time, it's kind of just like,
Get a diary, girl.
But at the end of the day, like, that's your platform. That's your job.
so you gotta
You
be
know what I'm saying?
careful.
So like, yeah, I understand. Like, you want to be able to make your job,
Yeah.
like your
Being
platform
public is your
personal,
job,
but that is
so,
your job.
yeah.
That's where you make your money. So at the end of the day, like, okay, so either you don't make money off this platform and post whatever, all the sappy shit you want to all day, or you make money off of it.
That's true.
I mean, Khloe Kardashian posts sad, sappy stuff all day on her Instagram story.
Khloe Kardashian is not a public influencer. She's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Thank
well,
you.
Yes,
That's-
she's posting her
difference.
heartbreak all the time.
Oh yeah,
In those memes and quotes she be posting.
and it's
So,
very sad actually.
It's very, and I need people to give Chloe some grace because, like, That's
You know what
a
the crazy
lot.
part is? I
She
think so
gets
too.
bullied. She's like when I really
I don't
think about
like
it, I'm
Chloe,
like,
but-
yeah, like she's not my favorite. Actually, she
like
used to be my
Chloe. I
favorite
don't.
Kardashian. However, I do feel extremely bad for her. And she gets bullied a lot, and it's like, y'all, it's not okay. Like
So how do y'all feel about her BBL being gone?
she looks great.
Let's talk about Kim's BBL gone.
All of them are
Kim still look a
disappearing.
little.
Kim's enhanced, but she's not as enhanced as she
no,
was.
Chloe looks great compared to. I was like, Chloe, you did not need that butt. You did not need that.
I think
butt.
Chloe looks a lot better now.
Because Chloe
No,
was
for
already
sure.
like curvy, so
No,
it's
she
like,
was not. Well, I don't know why people keep saying this. Chloe was tall. That's it. She was tall and stocked. That's it. She
That's-
didn't. She wasn't curvy. She was Armenian curvy.
If someone told me I was tall and stock, that would piss me off. That's so rude. That's so rude.
Well.
That is rude.
That's rude as hell.
I'm
Like,
just being
very
honest.
rude.
This is coming from
Wow.
someone who is tall. I am very thick. Like
Oh,
that's
so
not
you're
me.
not stocky.
Right.
I might be. Hell, I don't know. Maybe.
Why did you have to
Don't
do
use
that?
that
No,
word.
why did you have? No,
That-
please don't use that word.
Yeah,
It's
like,
giving
that
very
would-
much football
Yeah,
player. I don't
yeah.
like it.
Like I was
Yeah.
just like, dang.
No, just we're talking about a woman here.
Yeah,
Like,
you're talking about Khloe Kardashian.
Y'all.
I
There's
said
something
that.
wrong
I
with
said a woman.
stocky is a it's a
No,
term.
No one, but
But you'd rather her say
rude.
stocky or boxy? Come on,
But,
like,
Like-
you should. When she
Oh,
said, but the
ladies,
thing
y'all
is,
got to do better.
I'm
even
just asking.
whatever, regardless of what we deem like thick or whatever, she was thicker.
She
than
was.
all
All
her
of
cousins.
them. She
Yeah.
actually had
I'm
natural curves.
But she wasn't
Yeah.
curvy.
I don't know why you forgot.
She wasn't curvy. Like
She
curvy
was
like
with
means you
Lamar
have
Odom?
hips. She wasn't curvy, y'all. Like she
I don't
had
know
a little
why-
bit extra meat on her bones, but she wasn't curvy.
No,
She's speaking facts. Like, what are you trying to argue it for? Like, she,
I'm not even arguing like Khloe. I'm just saying
Y'all
like,
just made it
I
seem
don't
like
know. Maybe she
like, y'all
wasn't.
just trying to, like-
y'all just made it seem like she had an 8-figure.
No,
Like no.
that's not what we said. We would have said she had an 8-figure body,
Well.
but a Coke bottle, but we didn't do that. I just said she
I
was
think
a
when
thick.
people say curvy, that's what they're thinking. So it's
yeah,
kinda
like,
just
she wasn't that. It's okay
Oh,
though.
I don't know. I thought she had curves.
Naturally, a lot of people aren't that, and that's also
It's okay.
All right, y'all. I really want to touch base
Yeah.
on this because I feel like this was like such a debate over the last week. So there was a video that came out about a man. He but you know the crazy part is I haven't watched the full video, but I've watched most of it. So he came to hit the mother of his son's house, and she has I think 3 other children, right? So including his son, she has 3 other children, and he brought McDonald's for
Oh.
just his son.
Yes.
I thought she was going somewhere else too. I was about to say,
Got me off guard. Keep going.
No, yeah, because I saw what you was doing.
I was preparing myself
Yeah.
with notes,
up- yeah.
but it's okay. Keep going.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
yes,
go
keep
ahead,
going.
go
Keep
ahead.
No,
going.
yeah,
Okay, keep going.
I knew, but I was like, yeah, she's not going there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he brought McDonald's for his son to the mother of his child's house. That's where his son I think primarily lives. And she has 3 children by another man or multiple, I don't know, but another man, let's just say that. And he only brought the food for his son while the other children were at the house. So it was a really big debate because people were like, why would he only bring food for one child when there's 3 other children in the house? And other people are like, well, that's his son. That's his only biological son. So why can't he just bring food for his biological son?
Tap me in. Oh,
Yeah.
Why he can't bring food? A burger is $1 for real. Let's be.
Yeah, like you went
let's
to
be fucking
McDonald's.
for real.
Like,
You
I
went to
think they have
McDonald's. I don't care
nugget
where you
wings.
went.
Before we say that, y'all, inflation is very real.
No,
And I'm sorry,
Nikki.
before you
there's
go to
still the dollar menu.
No.
No,
There's still the
McDonald's
dollar
no
menu.
longer
There's
has
no
the
dollar
Then
menu.
go to Wendy's where there is.
Okay,
There
but
go
I'm
to
just
the
saying,
Burger King where there is.
McDonald's, you can go in there and easily spend like $40, $50
You're
on
not
4
spending
people.
$40 and $50 on
No,
3 people. Let's
no,
be real
no,
here. Here's
no.
my thing. Like,
A Happy Meal's like $7, $8.
You don't even need to get the Happy Meal. You can get, okay. Because from what I see on advertisements, they even have like a nugget thing where it's like 20, 40 nuggets. That can feed 4 children.
Okay.
He's cheap.
yeah, that's what I'm sorry. Like the thing is that his kid is only his responsibility, yes, but I don't feel like he has an obligation to feed the other kids. However, I do feel like as a human being,
Yeah.
like as I'm not bringing 3 kids, 1 kid food and leaving the other kids. I'm not doing
That's
that because why
weird.
is like if and we're not even take money out the subject. Why? What am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I
like,
just,
that's
it would be like I
rude.
don't even want to say chivalrous. It's like it's based off a principle. Like I don't. They're
Kids. These are
kids. Like,
children.
so I just don't understand why you're intentionally leaving them. Now, when it comes to Christmas gifts, when it comes to like money, when it comes to other stuff, okay, cool. That's not your responsibility. We talking about food, and I'm not going to changed my mind because again, you get a burger for $1.29,
And, like-
you get a fries. Again, you could get the 20-pack of whatever for $5. So I'm not gonna excuse that he could have paid
Right.
$1 or $2 more extra to feed them other kids. Like that's weird.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the way I was brought up, my parents always said like, if you're in a group and like you bring food, you need to bring food for everybody. And if you can't do that, then don't bring food. Like you cannot be eating in front of people. That's rude.
Here-
And for the kid to eat in front of his siblings, like damn, that's a lot.
So
That's a lot.
for me, and I don't know if it was ever clarified, like, did she call him asking him to bring food for the son? And two, as soon as he was pulling up, he knows my such and such. I'm not gonna get that to him. Like she already was popping off. So it's like,
Yeah.
how
They
do we
probably don't
know
have a
she
good
didn't
dynamic.
call? In my head, like, why did he randomly decide to come and bring food? I feel like she called him on some my kid, or I don't even know exactly what she said, but I do feel like, yeah, should he have brought food for the other kids? But what was the dynamic? Why was he even just bringing food in the first place? And like you said, send my son down. I'm not saying what he did was right by any means. At the end of the day, like if you needed food, instead of saying, "Hey, bring my son food," hey, can you stop at the store and buy some lunch meat, some bread,
Yeah,
something? And
to
it's
cook,
not
yeah.
that man's responsibility. Like you coming hard at him. Where are the other kids' fathers at? I'm not saying that what he
True.
did was right, but at the end of the day, that's not his responsibility. And if you need to help getting food for all your children, then you should have specified that. Because why was he randomly bringing them? Like you said, send my son down, and she's going off of me. You know, I don't get my food to the end of the month. What does that have to do with
Yeah, she didn't get
him?
her
What does that
food
have to do with
stamps.
him?
She didn't get her food stamps
But
to the
still,
end
I
of the
just
month.
think
I didn't
it's still
She didn't
not,
get her
it's still
food-
not right.
So basically,
I
she didn't
don't-
get her food stamps to the end of the month. So like, she's basically saying like, you know that I don't really have that money right now to
Y'all.
afford to pay.
But
to-
was that? But was
okay.
that communicated
Yeah.
to him?
I get it.
That's why I was
she
like,
said but so I guess assuming that he did. But
I
I'm
just
not
feel
even
as a man.
I'm-
Like you're bringing, like you know your
Yeah.
child has siblings. Like what is this?
Yeah.
At least bring extra fries so they
This
can
is
eat on.
how I
Like
feel. This is how I feel.
Order
If you
pizza.
want McDonald's, if you want
Period.
your son to eat McDonald's so bad, then you pick him up and go take him to McDonald's.
apps, bam.
Do not bring that McDonald's into
Yeah,
this
that-
house,
that didn't make
knowing
sense.
that there are other mouths to feed in this house.
But
That's
honestly,
just how I
I'm
feel
not
at the end
gonna
of the
lie.
day.
Even that's even weird in itself too. Because
it's not.
I'm not. Only reason I say, I mean, growing up, my uncle married married someone that had like other children, and like you know
But
before they
that's
got married,
married.
like if their child, like he would take the other kids too, like.
But that's
We're gonna go
that's
eat
someone
together,
he
you're
saw
our
potential
sibling.
with, someone that he want to be in a long-term
I don't know.
relationship with.
I don't know. Like I feel like sometimes people like if like a kid has siblings, like do stuff together. I don't know. People are built differently.
I'll be
People are
honest with
built
you.
differently.
That's the issue with dynamics whenever it comes to having children with multiple people. Like at the end of the day, like people don't feel like that's their responsibility if
Yeah.
it's not their biological children, especially a child, especially if it's somebody that you're not in the long haul with. It's different if it's someone that you decide to marry and you have now accepted those children into your family. But if it's someone that now you don't even have a relationship with,
Yeah.
the only relationship is the fact that she is the mother to your son.
but
Those dynamics are weird.
But I still feel like people keep saying like, oh, he should have picked him up and took him. Clearly, she cannot feed all of her children.
yeah.
So it's like, as a mom, she wouldn't even have wanted him just to take the one. She's starting to feed all of her children. So even in that situation, y'all talking about, oh, he could have picked him up and took him. He even said when he brought the food, we'll send him downstairs. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. Because she wants all her kids to eat. She don't even want him to eat because his other siblings ain't eating. So it's like, there's no win-win in that situation. Like even when he said, send my son downstairs, she said no.
Yeah.
She wanted all her children to eat. If they weren't all going to eat in that moment, she was not having it. It's like, you should have communicated that. Hey, I don't have
telling
anything.
what she did communicate to him. And he
But
just
the
didn't
thing
wanna
is, but
do
it's
it.
not his brunt to carry. Why are you going off of him? Where's
It's
the other
not
baby
his-
daddies?
it's
Call
not
your
his
other
brunt,
family
brunt, but
members.
it's also principle.
You're an
it's-
adult.
But
and
we
those are
still.
children.
I'm not saying don't bring them food, but again, why was he bringing the food there? I feel like she
True.
called him. She was waiting outside for him. He knows I don't get my food.
Yeah.
You should have asked him to bring your other kids food.
But we
It's-
don't know if she did or did not.
She didn't say that in the video. So as far as I'm concerned, she didn't say
I
that
just
to
feel
him.
like as an adult,
If he didn't know that
that's
she didn't have
weird.
food stamps, blah, 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 whatever, how was he supposed to know he's supposed to bring those other children there? How does he know those kids weren't with their other fathers at that moment or with their other families? So I
true.
feel like there was so much context missing. I'm not saying what he did was right. If he could have, he should have. But how do we know that was communicated? So to me, it's like, it's a lot of back and forth. And it's just like, how did he even know they even needed food at that moment?
I don't think that doesn't need to be communicated. I just feel like it's just principle. I'm going to do it without asking. Again, it's just like different
At
people
least
grow up
bring
differently.
extra.
It
I'm
kind
just
of
gonna- extra.
It kind of is. It does need to be communicated because I'll be honest with you. Like, let's say that I am picking up food and I know people are at my house. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna be like, hey, does anyone want food?
Yeah.
But if I don't know anyone's at the house, I'm gonna get food for myself and I'm gonna show
But
up.
you knew he was at.
But that's
with
different.
his
Like
siblings.
these are
You
children.
knew
We don't know. We don't know
sorry,
that.
you knew that he was with his mom. I'm sorry. So I don't know if your son is with the mom. Well, I don't know. I think it looked like she just picked him up from school. So I'm like, I don't.
It's like
They-
I
she
feel like
probably
the
has a
McDonald's
peer
is
dynamic.
cheap.
I
Like
don't-
you could have bought
Y'all
extra
keep saying
hamburgers and
cheap.
fries.
I'm sorry.
It's not cheap.
It's
Gas-
affordable.
Gas
It's
is up.
affordable.
Gas is up by 50%. Rent is up by 50%.
Yes, but we're not talking about gas. We're talking about
McDonald's.
McDonald's,
No,
where burgers
so
are literally
McDonald's.
$2,
That's what I'm saying.
$1,
So
$2.
money is going to other things now. Like your expenses have now doubled,
And I
almost
understand
tripled.
that.
We're just
People
saying
don't have money for
McDonald's.
McDonald's. It's
But
not.
not even just that. Realistically, she was standing out inside that door and came out hollering at him. All she could have said to him was like, "Hey, I know you brought this McDonald's for one kid.
Yeah. Can you
I don't have food stamps till the end of the month. My other kids need food. Could you please?" She came at him coming
No,
crazy. When you
100%.
come at
She
somebody
did.
crazy like that, they're gonna get
100%.
defensive back with you. So I'm like, you have to. If you needed to feed all your children, you should have came out there a little bit more humble.
No,
I'm
for
sorry,
sure.
she should have.
For sure. I'm really
No.
responding to the comments where people were saying, oh, like, that's not his responsibility. The thing is, it's not his responsibility. But I do think, like, it's just principle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any of y'all would have did that to no kids. Like, you walk in a room, you see, you know what I'm
Period.
saying? Like, no matter if that blood or not, like, it's kids in a room.
What do they want?
Okay,
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
and if you notice, so you know,
Order
I'm gonna go back
pizza.
and go get
Service
some just so they can
everything.
eat because y'all cannot be eating in front of children. That's weird. That's
it's
very
weird to me.
weird. No.
All right, y'all. I know we want to touch base on a recent video that has come out about, and someone's gonna have to help me with this because, like I said, I don't know all the details. About a recent video about submission, and what was the girl's name? Jazzy. Okay, so recently Jazzy came out on an interview and she was talking about submission and what that might look like. Anyone want to give some backstory on that?
I just watched it today. I didn't watch the full interview, but I watched hella clips and TikTok reactions, so I feel well informed. So she pretty much said in that interview that, like, pretty much in regards to her man, like, she knows his thoughts during the day, middle of the day, end of the day. So, like, he doesn't even have to ask. Like, she's already right there doing for him, per se. And about how she does whatever for him, and that brings her so much joy. But it is exhausting. All these other things, like, she said more to or whatever. But in dissecting it, like, I feel like a lot of the men, like, watching was like, that's what submissive is. That's how a woman needs to be, right? You know what I mean?
It's giving made.
But the interviewer asked her, like, a lot of follow-up questions. Like, okay, so, like, you do all this for you. You do all that for him. Like, what does he do for you? And she, like, hesitated. And it's kind of just like, if you're saying here that you do everything for this man where he doesn't even have to ask, you provide for him,
is it being
you should be able to say,
yeah.
my life is easier because he takes 100% care of me. I do this, this, and this. And I was like, the girl actually made a good point. This therapist on TikTok, I forgot your name, girl, but she was just like, yeah, the fact that she hesitated that long to say what she gets reciprocated back to her. And it's kind of just like, that's submissive for you. And Jazzy did say it is exhausting. She was like, yeah, it is exhausting when you take on this caretaker role as a mom to somebody. And like, while that's sustainable now, can you still sustain that being tired, doing everything for him in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years? They're like, so what works for you right now might not always work forever. And it's like, no.
So my question is like, is submission a two-way street though? Because the thing is, whenever I think of submission, I think that it really is a one-way street. I'll be honest with you. Whenever you're submissive to somebody, it's more so you doing a lot more for them than they are doing for you. Now, there are going to be things that they're doing for you that make you want to be submissive, but I kind of feel her, like, why she would hesitate, because she's like, maybe she's not able to give, like, concrete things like, oh, well, he does this for me, he does this for me, but it's maybe the way the way he makes her feel. She feels secure. She feels happy. She feels taken care of.
She could have
But she
said
coulda
all
said
of those
that, though.
things.
But the thing is, maybe they're looking for more things like tangible things, like what she's doing for him.
Not even necessarily tangible, but like a video surfaced that Jazzy was in where she was saying like, and I think
oh, you're stupid. Like,
you're
girls,
stupid.
why
If you, a man will never tell you stop doing for him. Like, you make his life so, and it's just like, how do you know like what you're talking about is not you in this moment? Because she's saying she does everything for this man.
Yeah.
It makes his life easier for him. And to turn around in that other video, why would you do everything for a man? Like, you're so dumb. He's never going to tell you not to do that for him. And it's kind of just like,
it's an older video. Maybe about a year.
And it's kind of just like, are you like, it kind of sounds like you in this moment with this man. So it's kind of just like,
it's really weird because she does contradict herself in a lot of her videos, because literally I think how she became very popular was based off those videos, like talking about like basically pick-me's. Like, she was talking about pick-me's, like pick-me women. You know what I'm saying? And then now she turns around.
Does that sound pick-me-ish? What she said, the whole thing about submission?
If that works for her, that's fine. But I think there were other things she said in the interview as well, as like, she doesn't like anal, her boyfriend does, and she does it anyways, even though it hurts. And it's kind of just like,
that got I'm not gonna
fucking blew me, bro.
And it's like, you can be submissive, but like,
you can't be violating your boundaries.
Exactly. Like,
see,
you doing everything for this man. You talking about you can rub his back to sleep, all this other stuff like that, but you're compromising to the point where you're doing anal, and
you can't violate
you don't like it
behind being submissive to somebody. See, I don't believe in that. You're not being submissive. Low key, You're being
taken
kinda-
advantage of, like she just said in her other video.
Sounds like he has pleasures that you can't
fulfill.
Yuck.
And you need to talk about it. Y'all need to have a conversation, girl.
Because if I tell someone that anal hurts me and he's still going forward,
that's weird.
Okay.
Y'all, honestly, no. And that's it on that conversation. That's weird.
Look.
No, but
like, why is your husband not respecting your boundary?
Boundary?
Oh, boyfriend.
But I mean,
and I think more
even
people,
more.
Thank you. Like what?
For clarification,
Kind of
it's
request.
alleged that the boyfriend in question is Cam Newton.
No, it is. It's
It is
not alleged.
Cam-
no,
it's
it's not
Cam
alleged.
Newton.
Sure,
It's him. So
The one
I feel
that
like-
types in
but-
cryptic words.
Yes.
But it's crazy because like,
Yes.
and that's what a lot of people are saying. Like once they realized her boyfriend was Cam Newton, like it made sense. Like,
Yeah.
It makes sense.
You have to do that.
After Cam Newton just
No,
left his wife of
Mm.
3-4 children, but it's okay.
It's
And
not
it's so
even
crazy.
that. It's just like Cam Newton
we
gets
don't
on
know
the
what
internet
happened.
and gets on plenty of interviews and says crazy
things.
Mhm.
regarding relationships, regarding women. Not once did he bring up how he beats when his heart beats when your beats.
Yeah.
he didn't bring up how
Right.
he
But I'll
matches
be
your
honest with you,
breathing. Like
I feel like there's certain things you have to do for a certain caliber, of person.
yeah,
So-
but I'm not doing
and
something that's going to
I'm not
physically
gonna
harm me. That hurts me.
So-
I'm
That's
sorry.
where everyone could keep that.
In
Because,
the, in the
no.
debates that I seen, like going back and forth on Twitter, like, and the girl who was saying
What?
something, she was pretty much saying like, she doesn't not agree with what Jassy said. She was like, if that works for you, then fine. Like, she wasn't bashing or anything like that. She just was making thought provoking things. Like, okay, you're already saying it's exhausting. Like, is this going to be sustainable
That's
for you?
the word she was using.
Yeah, so she was just like, cool, whatever. But so the girl was making that comment, and some guy was like, but it's Cam Newton. He's 1% of such and such. Like he brings so much money to the table, and the girl's like, okay,
So
but
does that mean she's a maid?
But they kept going back and forth, right? And the girl finally was like, it's so crazy to me. She's like, y'all are so worried about being used for your money. But in this conversation, you're trying to say that she should do these things for this man because he makes this much amount of money. So it's like, pick a lane. Like, what do you, like, you're basically saying that she should be this way because he has a lot of money and she should be thankful for that. And it's like,
What?
this is literally when y'all complain about girls use y'all for money. And it's like,
This is my thing. Let's just be honest. At the end of the day, whenever you have a certain amount of money, you're going to have certain things at your dispense. And you're going to try things that a lot of people might not be able to try for the fact that they don't have that monetary aspect behind them. So I believe that, yes, like there are certain men that have certain fetishes and like they're able to fulfill those fetishes because they have the money to back them up.
I feel like when it comes to men with a lot of money like that, I feel like they've just experienced everything. And that's
Yeah.
why
That's
they're
very
willing to do
true.
anything.
And that's what
that
they
means
want. And that's what
swinging
fulfills
the
them.
bait.
Like a vagina might not fulfill him anymore.
oh my God, can we stop on this?
I'm just saying, like,
Listen.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the thought that has crossed my mind. I feel like these celebrities, and no shade, do whatever you want to do, but I feel like so much pussy has been thrown at these men. Like they need
Yeah.
something else to excite them.
When you've had 500 pussies, how are you able to still get off? 1,000.
501.
That's what I'm saying. Like eventually, y'all just said it. All tequila tastes the same now, and y'all have tried 10. Okay,
Oh my God.
try 500. All right,
That's
like
so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
about
God.
it.
Okay. So we're gonna go into the topic. Since we're talking about submission, I do want to talk about Nikki, you brought up a point earlier how you said that submission is it's not a two-way street. You feel like in our case, the woman would give more to the man. But first of all, we're gonna talk about why you feel that way. But I do want to know, like, okay, why do you feel like, let's start there. Why do you feel like it's a one-way street and not a two-way street?
I just feel like it's a one-way street because, like, you could look at the word. It's submission. You know what I'm saying? And, like, submission dates back to a lot of different things, and it's just whenever you're submissive to somebody, y'all are almost not equal, and that's just me being honest. Like, you submitting.
Do you think so?
Yes, you actually like submitting to somebody. Y'all are not going to be equal in all
But you're
aspects.
submitting to somebody based on what they do. So if they're doing a lot and you're submitting to them, that's not a lot in return.
I think that he might just be checking off the things that you need, but I'm sure it's not all the things that you're doing for him. I'll be completely honest with you. Like, and notoriously, like, women do more in relationships than men do. And so now to turn around and be completely, like, I'm not even talking about like you're partially submissive. Like, this is someone who's completely submissive. Yeah, you're probably gonna be doing a lot more than he's ever done for you.
Like,
Like what?
Like she said, the back rubs. Like
He rubs his
so
back until
the
he
thing
goes to
is,
sleep.
But like
you're-
he can rub your feet.
But he's
But they
clearly
might
not
not do
because
that.
she's
like,
rubbing him to
I
bed.
feel like it's as long as it's being reciprocated, because like
I don't
it
think
depends on what kind of relationship.
But I don't
y'all
think
have.
that's submission. I don't think that everything is going to be
But no, but, like,
reciprocated.
If
You
you're in
knock
a
out
loving
right after that.
relationship, I just feel like why would they like I'm rubbing your back? Okay, hun, let me rub your feet. Like it randomly,
But
it's not gonna happen at the same
But it's
time.
not going to be that. The thing is, they're probably thinking he's an athlete. He's the one who went and worked his body all day
Exactly.
long.
And
So
you
you're
got the
rubbing him to
house,
sleep.
taking care.
But he's not
See,
thinking about that. He's thinking about that. That's your
But I
normal
think-
duties as a wife, as a
job.
woman.
Okay, so let me stop you like there. So what do you feel like is the underrated struggles of being a woman? It could be a woman in a relationship, a woman as a wife, a woman, or a woman in general. Like, what do you feel like is the underrated struggles?
I think that the underrated.
Or let's stick with relationships since we're on there already.
I'm just gonna say, like, I think that's goes for anything. I think women are expected to be like superheroes. I'll be honest with you, like, we are expected to take care of like now, we're expected to take care of households, have children, lay it down in the bedroom and still go to work. And there's so many aspects that we are expected to do that I don't think that men are asked of. Men are just asked to provide.
That's it.
But yeah, you might provide, but we're keeping every other puzzle piece in
Together.
play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I feel like that's an underrated struggle. It's not. It's just.
Just being
It's not thought about at
everyday
all.
woman.
And you know what's crazy in regards to that? Like I just got done watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, and in the episode they were talking about how Kimmy was having a conversation with her husband, and she agreed she was gonna have sex with him every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "No, I want to have sex twice a day," and she's like, "Bro, like I'm already doing all this other stuff, and I'm already giving you sex every day, and now you're gonna come through and ask for twice a day. You're actually asking for a lot." And he low key got mad at her. They
Yes.
was arguing back and forth, and it's just like I always just think like it's so crazy. People get married, why you don't want to have sex? Like that's so why does that happen?
So much responsibility.
And there's so much responsibility on the woman, and she's already saying like I'm giving it to you every day. You want twice a day? Like damn, like what more? Like, and it's like
Even looking
men
at Joe
take.
Gorga, and
Mhm.
Melissa. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
she be getting so tired.
he
of that.
will literally like start arguments like
Yeah,
over the fact that
she
she's
doesn't wanna
like
have sex.
going to more events and things like that, and it's literally because he wants her more in the house. Like he wants
He
sex
even
more
said
from
it,
her.
Yeah.
Like
Not
that
even
is
say, like he was just like I wanted a housewife, and it's like what?
It's like just when you think enough is enough, like
It's
they,
like
they
they
ask
want
more
more.
of you.
Yeah.
And that's what the girl was saying. Like, okay, what you're doing now is sustainable, but can you sustain that at 10 years of marriage?
Yeah.
And 20, like at some point,
Mhm.
when you're already doing stuff that's
Mhm.
exhausting you, you get to a point where you don't even
Mhm.
want to have sex at all. And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
like pick and choose your battles. Like,
I feel like there's like struggles of being a woman. It's like it's so much stuff that like it goes beyond like menstrual cycles. It goes beyond because we're
Yeah.
talking. If we want to get into like PCOS, we want to get into like all the other shit that like,
birthing children.
all the other shit that people don't talk about on an everyday basis, like the hormones that it your
Mhm.
body will drag you through, even puberty, like all
Yeah.
that, like becoming a woman, like all that stuff is just like nobody talks about it, like hormonal acne, like it's just like I think all that, like I don't know, there's so
The
many
thing is,
underrated
this is how I feel
struggles.
like, and this is why I know we haven't touched base completely on this, but that's the reason why this the overturn of Roe versus Wade really upsets me. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because it's not just about like pro-choice, it's about like pro-health. You know what I'm saying? Whenever it comes to women, like men cannot understand what it takes to have a child because you cannot physically get pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
and what it does to a woman's body, and the danger you put yourself in to give childbirth. And so now for someone to tell me that you have to have a baby no matter what the circumstances, if it's conceived, you have to have it. And so my question to y'all is like, now how has that like changed y'all's aspects? Like I know a lot of people like weren't on birth control before, but do you feel like now this is something that you would push, and like even like for your children, like your future children? Let's say that you have a child, this is still going on, like
Mhm.
would you now think more about like putting like your daughter on birth control or something like that?
Oh,
I probably
no.
won't be putting, if she's not 18 and older, she probably will never get put on birth control, but we would have more conversations, because honestly I feel like the reasons why sometimes like our mothers didn't really talk to us about sex and stuff like that, because this was kind of in place, like but now
We
that
had options, we
you
had
know what I'm saying,
choices.
but now that there's not that much to choose
Mhm.
from, you have to discuss this with your daughter. You have to sit your sons down and like, look, when you make the decision to have sex, you're putting yourself and another woman in this type of situation. You know what I mean? So it's actually scary when you think about it, because I mean,
and going back to like, the underrated struggles, right? Like, so when the news broke about Roe versus Wade, Kamala Harris did a press release, whatever. Somebody interviewed her, and they asked her like, well, in the interview, she was saying how like she feels bad for men almost, because she said that like a lot has to change with men now, like the way we talk to them, and that was the first thing, and if I'm not mistaken, the only thing that she addressed in that interview. And so I was like, why is that? So that became dialogue. Like, okay, why is she talking about men? Which in my head, I thought the same thing. I was like, what is she talking? What do you mean it's change for men? And like the other end was saying that like it changes for men, obviously, because like there's two people who, there's
Conceive,
conceive. So in that situation, obviously the man has to this and da. But I'm just like, okay, we know it takes two to tango, but at the same time, if we it boils down to what the woman wants to do. It's the woman's body. So I don't understand. Even like I don't understand why people keep trying to figure out how to tie men into like, and no shade, because again, it takes two to tango. And I'm gonna say that because it's like I'm not trying to like make it seem as if men don't matter, but it's just like I think that like women are being tainted with this happening. Even I saw a clip today. And the clip, the title of the clip was Roe versus Wade is giving women a chance of what men have been going through for years. And I was like, for the simple fact that, and I didn't watch the clip, so that's why I don't want to even reference it too much. But when I was reading the comments, I couldn't listen to it because where I was. But when I was reading the comments, it was saying that like, oh, because men have had to pretty much like be careful with who they sleep with. They can't just go around and sleep with. Women have always had that option because of abortions, and now the option is taken away. Y'all have to be careful with what y'all do. First of all, when have men ever been careful?
Thank you.
Let's start there. But again, I don't want to go too much on that.
Girl.
Yeah, I'm not going to go too much on that. Just the fact that, like, I just think being a woman, like, being a woman is just being tainted. Like, everything is just being taken from us. And it's like, you're not going to understand it until you are a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we can get on here, we can preach, we can say, like, how hard it is. I don't know, bro. It's just not. But, with that being said, like, do you feel like society has been trying to like taint how difficult it is to be a woman?
Difficult. I do, yes. I think that the role of a woman has kind of been downplayed in a sense, like I think that they make it seem like anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Did y'all see with Macy Gray?
Yes.
No,
yes. And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm actually glad you brought that up.
She was on was Pierce Morgan.
She was on it, yeah.
And she said, y'all gonna get mad for what I have to say. She was like, but I feel like just because you had a sex change, she was like, that does not make you a woman. She was like, you still do not have this, and this. That does not make you a woman. She was like, I'm happy to call you a she or her if that's what you want. She was like, but that does not make you a woman.
Yeah,
as touchy as that is,
I mean, I have to agree because honestly, she didn't tell no lies. We've been hearing like a lot of people like trying to like, of course, like you have a sex change, great, and like honestly support, but at the end of the day, you can't tell a woman how it feels to be going through certain stuff because that's not your biological makeup. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel Macy Gray there. That was like to me a very problematic statement, but there's truth in what she said.
And a lot of people were even saying like. And it made me kind of think like, damn, but I don't know where I would be to see this. But they were saying that like a lot of trans women have been very silent about Roe versus Wade because it doesn't affect them.
It doesn't, yeah.
And I was like, dang, like
That's
I didn't
crazy.
think about that. And I'm like, normally, I'm in the comments you see certain stuff. I'm like, dang, like you're actually right. Like they are very quiet because it doesn't affect them. And it's like, bro, like y'all want. Never mind. Yeah.
I think that this is. Okay, let me say this. I think that everyone just has to stay in their lane.
Yeah.
And that is what it is at the end of the day. Like, trans women, you have your own struggles.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of things that trans people go through.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what we can't understand. Like me as a biological woman, I might not be harassed or beaten, for being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's what you need to be standing up for. Whenever it comes to a biological woman, you're a trans woman's not able to understand like Roe versus Wade because you cannot biologically get pregnant, sex change or not. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think that everyone just has to stay in their lane and fight for what actually like might, you know, might go towards them at the end of the day. Like, so that's my only point on that.
I feel you, but at the same time,
They could be
I feel
ally.
like I feel like they can be ally. I feel like there's plenty of
No, there's definitely
there's
gonna be
plenty
an ally.
of
No, I
women
agree.
who say this is ridiculous. Trans women should not be murdered or beaten for this, and this. So it's like, why everyone should stay in their lane. I feel like plenty of women stand up for trans women, and I feel like trans women should be able to speak up about her even though they can't have kids.
I agree in advocacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely agree in being an advocate, without a doubt. But whenever it comes to you trying to give an opinion other than being an advocate, then you need to stay in your lane.
Okay, I see what you mean.
That's how I feel. Like, if you're not going to stand up for it, then you don't need to be speaking on it because it cannot personally affect you.
Yeah.
That is what it is. Like, if you want to be an advocate, then we are all about having advocates. But if it's not that, if you have something negative to say, then maybe it is better you need to be quiet.
Quiet.
Well, I don't know, but I'm glad. Okay, so let's go back on a lighter note. So, what's the one thing as a woman you feel like you can't go without?
My nails.
Can't go without
Actually, my hair.
my hair.
Yeah,
Hair and nails.
It's if I had to pick
Hair.
it's hair.
Without
for
a
me.
doubt, hair.
Like getting
And
your
my eye-
hair done or being bald? Are you talking about
No,
having
getting
hair?
my hair
No,
done.
Get my hair done.
Getting my hair done and my eyebrows. Because I really do feel like, I'm not gonna lie, do y'all ever like have y'all ever gone
Make it.
have y'all ever gone so long without getting your eyebrows done
You
and
look-
like you get them done, it literally changes your face?
I be looking crazy.
I
when mine
don't
ain't
look
done.
the same.
Yeah.
Y'all see, I got this hat
I
on.
mean, but
like,
you know how
come
to
on
shape your
now.
eyebrows.
No, it's not even
but
about that.
It's still a different.
It's not about
vibe.
that. Like
My face look cleaner and everything. Like
everything. Like
nigga,
I'd be
you start
like,
getting compliments like my hair been like this all week, but you just got your eyebrows done. Like
yeah. So I think like hair and eyebrows like play a major part in my life personally. Like I'm all about it. All about it.
How much does all that cost? Okay, monthly maintenance. What do y'all spend monthly on all this stuff?
I added mine up before I got here.
Mhm.
When I'm not wearing lashes, like individuals, I spend about $450 a month. And then if I was doing lashes, I spend $550 to $600 because a new set plus fills. So I'm not wearing lashes right now. So luckily my expense is at $450.
Okay.
Okay.
the month.
Maintenance $150. Actually, no, $200. No,
Ma-
$180. Sorry.
Okay, so
180.
maintenance. Okay, this is like me being
180.
like, if I was on top of everything, because you know sometimes you gotta push shit,
feel you.
out because
Yeah.
it's above the budget. You know what I'm saying? But if I was on top of everything, I would probably be like in the $300 to $400 range. No, actually, maybe a little bit more. I'm not even gonna lie to you because if I threw in like monthly massages, monthly facials, like if I was, you know, I'm like, even if I was actually like getting my hair done, not just
Mhm.
wearing like wigs, I could be up there. I'm not gonna
Y'all
lie.
is cheap.
But you said what?
Y'all stuff is cheap.
Yeah,
Because
see, I
I'm
just
calculating.
get my nails, a wax, and my pedicure.
How much do your nails cost?
100 and up.
And then your wax.
$34.
See,
Okay,
that's the
not
thing.
bad.
Her wax is cheap. Yeah.
See, yeah,
It's not
because I
cheap,
calculate
It's affordable.
getting my hair done twice a month, a new
Mm.
set, my toes, my eyebrows, and a wax. So that right there, regardless, is $450. And that's me
Yeah.
calculating getting my hair done twice in a month. If I was to get it done once, it would be cheaper. But I just calculate getting everything every 2 weeks if possible.
Yeah.
That's at the most expensive. Like you said, it depends. Like some stuff falls
Yeah.
into the next month depending on
Yeah.
the way the 2 weeks is. But
Yeah.
if I just add up the things I would like to do in a month, it's gonna cost me $450.
But then I even just look at that. Like, if I look at being a woman that a man appeals to,
Girl.
because the thing is, like, I can do the bare minimum and get by.
Them girls be
But-
spending like 1,000 up
But
a
men,
month.
as much as men claim they want, oh, I want a bare face and I want this and I want that, y'all don't want that.
You don't.
You really don't.
And stop lying.
I don't like when niggas try to talk to me when I don't have makeup on, or like when I'm just like, not even when I don't have makeup on. Let me not say it. When I just look like when I'm in the gym, like that type of shit. Like I just got done work, I'm sweating, my hair look crazy, and it's like you should feel flattered, but I don't. Why are you here talking to me? I
I'd be
look
annoyed.
crazy. Like I look crazy, or I should be in the grocery store.
Taking, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
Thanks. I know. Thank
That
you.
lets me know you can handle me at my worst.
Yeah,
Not even that I'm in the
literally.
gym at my worst, but
But like,
because I do feel like on the flip side of that, there are some men that only like a girl who's done up all the time. And the thing is, I'm not going to get done up all the time for you. So I need to be sure that you are okay with me looking like a
Yeah.
homeless girl sometimes. So
I mean, I'm okay with me looking like a homeless girl sometimes. So it's like it is what it is, but like it just doesn't flatter me.
I mean, I think it. I wouldn't say it flatters me, but like Jori said, like it lets me know that you can handle me in
Yeah,
ways.
like,
you know, like you
what's
can
a-
handle me whenever I'm here. You can handle me whenever I'm at the medium. You can handle me when I'm at the top.
Mhm.
Or can you? You know, because sometimes you so used to me
Yeah.
being at the bottom.
You get a
When I
little
get to the
insecure.
top,
Girl.
when I get to the top,
These
you
men be
acting a little
insecure.
Look,
Look, they be trying to say it's the females. Some of y'all men
It's
be
them.
very, very insecure when you got a nice looking woman.
So it's so
Don't know what
crazy
to
that
do
we're
with her.
even talking about like how much all this stuff costs, because like I was out when and this guy, he was like, you know what, like he was like he was talking about how much he had to pay to get in the club, and I think it was something crazy that I would
How
never
much?
ever. I don't remember. It was something that I was just like, what? I think it was like 60 upwards. I don't remember.
To get into the club.
Yes, and he had a section, so it was very strange. Anyways,
Why are they now charging people
Listen,
to
I don't
get in
know.
with sections?
so he was
Weird.
like.
Damn,
You know what? He
inflation.
was like, I'm not even mad. He was like, I see why like women don't have to pay to get in the club. He was like, because look at what all y'all pay for just to get here. Like makeup, your hair. He was like, I put on my outfit and put on cologne and came out here. Like
Yeah.
he was like, look at all the stuff that y'all have to pay for. He was like, it makes sense if you want it. Like if you want to actually be worth it, because I would hate for you to spend $500. Like she said, $500 just for you to come here and we standing here sweating with the regular niggas. What are you? No, absolutely not. What do you mean?
but I never really looked. Are women's clothes cheaper or more expensive?
I
Than
don't
men's
know. I
clothes?
think it's about the same. It just depends on what you find. I'm
What
not gonna
tier you're
lie.
shopping on?
Okay. I really don't
But
know.
I feel like
I didn't
access
know
to women's clothing is like,
more.
yeah, I would say that. But I mean,
Because I thought
But I also feel like-
men's clothes was just introduced to fast fashion.
oh, fast fashion.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like women could easily go on like a boutique website and get an outfit. Men can't really do that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
for
Of
sure.
quality.
Yeah, for sure.
You
Or
know,
it might
without,
not come
without
shit.
looking AliExpresses.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, for
Yeah,
sure.
I just feel like women wear more. You know, like
Yeah.
That's true.
Like
We have more
accessories, a purse. The
I mean,
shoe,
men are starting to do that
and,
too.
and men accessorize too. Men accessorize
Look.
too. But I feel like a woman steps out in more like a purse.
I don't
shoes,
know.
like
I've
all
been
this other
seeing both equally. Sorry, I'm
You
not
see
joking.
the man with the hoop earrings and the Bottega
Hoop ear- and
bags
a purse,
and
like a
the Bottega
satchel.
bags, and a sandal
going
too.
across the chest.
With
'cause
bracelets up to
sandals.
the elbow. I see it.
2 watches at that. I'm like, okay, girl.
You're right.
Not
you're
okay,
right.
girl.
It is-
Getting sassy.
Real sassy.
No, I'm
Well.
dead. Okay, so let's see. What do you feel like you love the most about being a woman? Like you love the most about womanhood?
I'm not gonna lie, I love like when everyone is on the same tip, the support. Like for example, like I'm the type of person when I'm out, like if I see like a girl looking real cute, I'm gonna tell like, hey girl, you look good. Like we're good for giving compliments. Like, you know, like, hey girl, you look, oh Crystal, that shirt's cute. Jori, your braid is popping. Like Nikki, love your hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? But like with guys, they don't really do that. They be low key hating on each other. They do. But
for
we all
me-
uplift each other. I like that.
For me,
always.
I feel like
I mean, as a woman, I feel like that's what women do. Like, for example, even look at Roe versus Wade. Like, everyone's been rallying together. Like, we really, I mean, not everybody. You know. Y'all, anyway, bad example.
Oh
Sorry.
my
very
God.
bad example.
Oh my god, y'all
Um,
on one.
Sheesh.
I think for me, the thing I love the most about being a woman, this is so terrible because people are like, no. But I love like the attention behind being a woman and the versatility. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the fact that I can switch up my look. And I think that a lot of women can do that.
Men can too.
Bro.
There's only so
Why
much.
are y'all acting as if?
Oh no,
Okay.
I was agreeing with Nikki because like I literally like changed my hair. So I literally was like, my neighbors gotta
Yeah.
think I'm a different
Girl,
person.
Yeah,
I
listen,
gotta think I'm a different
I'll change my hair one day.
That's what I'm
twice,
saying.
3
Like,
times.
I
Bruh.
can really pick who I want to be for that day and how I want to look for that day. So I
Yeah.
love that aspect. And then I also love the aspect of like just being a woman, like kind of like when you walk into a room.
the presence that
the-
you bring.
Yeah, like when you
The
walk,
aura.
I've showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like
Smelling like shea butter
women,
and honey.
yeah, I feel like women do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially when you have a woman that just like is so well
Confident,
presented, like
mhm.
put together. You can't help but not look at her. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I appreciate that about womanhood. I really
Ooh,
do.
That's a good one. Presence. Women do have presence.
They do.
Because I mean, it's one thing to be like, oh, he's fine. But it's like, wow, like, that's a beautiful ass woman. Like, she's so pretty. Like,
yes.
wow. Like, you ever see a woman just walk into a wedding, like, wow, she looks
She
great.
looks
Well put
amazing.
together.
Yeah.
Yes, very great.
You don't know what it takes to what all goes into that
Telling you.
at all.
Yeah. What's your answer?
I don't know. Y'all said great shit.
I know, right?
Y'all
It's
said
hard
some
to
good
top
stuff.
Nikki's answer. I don't know. What would I have to say?
It's lit over here though.
Yeah,
Just know that.
versatility and presence for sure. So if y'all had to choose so if y'all have to pick, like, start all over in life, you had to choose man or woman, be a man or a woman, would you choose being a woman again?
Of course.
I would too.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the thing is, like, I feel like because we've done this for our whole life, it's like we make it look easy, but it's not. You
It's
know what I
really
mean?
not.
But it's like, it's easy to us. So that's why it's like, we will do it again. Like, I don't know.
I wouldn't mind being like a man for a little bit.
Mhm.
Now, would I say I want to be that for the rest of my life? I don't know, but
I mean, in this world, you can.
But I'll be honest with you. I think that men have different opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are things that unfortunately men are able to
that woman
like
can't.
what?
Yeah.
Be
to
house.
grasp that women can't do. Like certain positions. I'm just let's just be
That's
honest.
where
Like
you
there's just a lot of things. Like, and then also like whenever it comes to dating, like I also wonder like how it is to be a man and dating, and whenever it comes to marriage and being a man and being married, like at the end of the day, like men, I don't want to say like men have like the upper hand whenever it comes to marriage, but they kind of do like get to pick and choose, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I wonder how that is, like, in that sense, like, of being a man. So, like I said, I would want to be a man, like, maybe, like, in my prime years and, like, see how that goes. But would I want to stay a man? Probably not. Because, like I said, I really love being a woman.
Feel that.
Still my answer remains.
Okay, like what?
Oh, Lord. Okay, so actually, back to what Paulette was saying, because you said that you do love, your favorite thing about like being a woman is like not the womanhood, the support, like, you know, how women uplift each other. So, let's talk about like, I guess the opposite side of that, like how women are always, because women are very catty at the same time. So there are situations, there are times where like women are always being pinned against each other.
Mhm.
So like, especially in the Black community, like there can't be two boss bitch rappers. You know what I mean? There
Yeah.
can't be two, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, like, how do you guys feel when it comes to, actually, first of all, do you feel like society or like the world or culture is always trying to pin us against each other? Or do you feel like it's just women on their own just being catty?
Goes way back, girl. It's embedded in us. So like we're always gonna be against each other, unfortunately. But it sucks because it's like for example, like Black women, like together we are so powerful. Separate, we're so weak. I'm gonna be honest. Like if we could all come together and just like, for example, I hate to even do this, but like we're gonna use Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
I knew you were gonna say that.
No, because I think about stuff like that. I'm just like, dang, like together they would be popping. If they were able to work together and actually produce good music, it would be great. But unfortunately, the media, social media, and society put them against each other because they're too. I mean,
But the
Cardi
rap
B's
game
African
hasn't
descent.
stopped.
I mean, what?
The rap game hasn't stopped. There
It-
are other people in the
but
rap
they-
game that are.
But still, they make the rap for female rap. It makes it like not fun. Like it's like, dang, like it's always something. Like it can never
But I
just.
feel like that actually does make it fun. Like,
Does it?
At the end of the day, like it does, because like you're anticipating certain things. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, like, I'm not saying it's a good thing that it is fun, but that is what like drives that anticipation behind like when they have projects coming out and things like that.
But we're not getting good music.
But I feel like that at the end of the day, I think that women are pinned against each other for entertainment purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's I don't like that because like that's not a joke. Like women going
Yeah.
against each other is not funny. That's never funny.
No.
You know, because we don't see them doing men like that.
yeah.
I don't see that.
But then as women,
Unless,
we have to make the decision to not like partake in that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's what it comes back down to. At the end of the day, like you are your own person. Like, but y'all can't tell me y'all haven't been in arguments with other women.
Girls, yeah, I don't argue with women.
But you've done it. You know what I'm saying?
They've
like,
done it.
okay. But at the end of the day, so like it has to be us at the end of the day that says like we're not gonna partake in that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it comes down to. Like we gotta.
I feel like it's a mix of both, like
Yeah.
the media, and I also feel like some women are just haters and they're gonna hate.
Yeah.
And it's wild to me because it's like people be hating about the most dumbest things. Like, and to me, I get inspired by other people, right? I've never looked at somebody, oh my God, I hate her because she had what? That's inspiring to
Yeah.
me. If you can accomplish it, I can accomplish it. And so it's like people really hate like when your light shines brighter than them. And it's like that should be motivation to you. Like, oh,
Mhm.
and it's so crazy. When people talk down people, it's like, why are you mad at that? Like, that's actually lit as hell. This and this you're talking about at her. You're just mad because it's not you. And it'd be really weird. And it's like, I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know, because as much as I love to be like, oh, women, womanhood, all this, it don't always be like that, bro. Bitches be weird sometimes, like for no fucking reason. So it's just like,
and I think that's the problem too. Like some people just don't have a reason why they are the way they are, or why they have a chip on their shoulder. They just have a chip on their shoulder, and they take it out on every woman they encounter, and it's weird.
But do y'all feel like do you feel like y'all can say that women are weird because women are more vocal about their feelings? Because I'm not gonna lie, the men out here are weird as hell too.
I think that's actually what makes them weird, because they don't be vocal. Like, what if you got an issue? Now you got a problem.
A lot of girls be having silent beefs with themselves.
Like, what is the issue? Like, what
girl,
the hell?
You better open up that mouth, say it with your chest.
Hate people who they've never met a day in their life because they have A, B, C, or D, or are doing A, B, C, and D, and it's like
keeping up
that's
too
weird.
much. You're watching way too many stories.
This. So y'all say this, like y'all want to kind of like bridge that gap whenever it comes to like women being pinned against other women, but are y'all open to making new female friends at this point in your life?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, but not just like acquaintances. Like, I mean, like good friends.
No, yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
But
Why not?
It's hard.
I mean,
the thing is, I'm very
hard.
open, but it's hard. Like, I'm not like, I'm not too. First of all, I'm not in a position where I could just be like gang, because I don't have my gang with me every day. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's hard because girls this age, they feel like, I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even put my finger on it. But just be weird. So
I'm not gonna lie, as you get older, I feel like it's harder to make friends.
No, it's definitely harder.
Especially women.
Definitely harder.
And you also, like, at our age, I feel like you have to be a little like,
be careful.
You have to be careful because it's just like some people
Mm-mm.
don't want to be around you for the right reasons.
That's
Like
true.
there's literally a TikTok surfing around right now where this girl's just like, I'm good on making new friends because y'all be want to be friends with girls because of a certain aesthetic, because that she goes out and she's popping off with this and that. And it's like, do you really want to be my friend? Like, what is bridging us together? Like, we have mutual things in common. Like, we actually vibe as people together. Are we becoming friends because we look similar and we can go out and do the same turn up? And I think that's what makes you have to question
Yes,
it.
and it's actually easier now that you said that, it makes me think like that's why it's easier as a kid, because it's like, not a kid, like even like teenagers, young adults, like, because it's innocent. It's more innocent. Like we go to school together. I gotta talk to you. You know what I'm saying? We're friends. Like, I'm not gonna see. And the girls who be seeking out relationships and friendships because of what they look. Weird, primetime weirdo. When I say just be weird, just be weird.
Yeah, because like I just feel like there's more to people than what you can see. You know what I mean? Like there's people are deeper than what, like Jori's wearing this black shirt. She's deeper than the black shirt. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's weird how like people look at someone and it's like, oh my God, they be in the popping section. It's like, I wanna be down with that. But it's like, what are they doing that's of substance that's attracting you to that area?
And I'm sure y'all can all relate. Somebody has slid in y'all's DMs when you've been on vacation or out. Like, oh my gosh, she looks so fun. I want to hang out. I know y'all had it happen. It's just like, just because you see that, you think we should hang out. Like, what about that? Like, oh, you look like you like to have a good time going out. I do too. But just
what if
like
that's
take
their transition? What if that's like their way of like opening up that conversation with you? But that may not really be who they are. Like, that's just their way to like.
True. Like,
I can see how that can be the conversation, but sometimes it's like, I don't know you at all. Why would I travel with you? You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of have to know like how if you're gonna slide in and say something.
Learn how to navigate the convo.
But then you seem like you plan really good trips. Like, I would love to talk to you about. Like, there's other ways to do it where it
like
it
give
doesn't
me some
seem
pointers.
Because some people have asked to travel with me, and I'm like, why? I don't know you.
Like, so you speaking about traveling, why do you feel like? And I don't. This is my perspective. Why do you feel like it's so hard to have big group trips with women per se?
Because
no.
And I mean like 5+.
I just feel like
women.
not everybody be on the same tip, honestly. That's really what it comes down to. Because we could start with money. We could start with like, people trying to go in different locations and not everybody wants to go to that place. We could start with people doing too much. We could also start with girls acting out certain ways when niggas come around. So you know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
It's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of that mixed up into one. And it's like when you in your own city, it's easy to maneuver because you know the city. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But like when you are out the country, y'all all trying to be like one band, one sound, it don't really work. It don't really work.
I feel like the bigger
like,
the group, the worse it gets.
I just feel like that has to be accommodated for, right? Like, I think when people take big trips like that, like, they need to accommodate for the fact that people are going to want to do different things. There's some people when they travel, they want to sightsee. They want to do athletic shit. Some people just want to relax. They want to go get a massage. They want to sit in the beach and do absolutely nothing. And I think that's kind of where the problem comes when that many people come together, because it's like everyone wants to do something different. But you can get around that if you plan to allow free days or tell people, hey, y'all like this on this day, y'all do this. Y'all, you know what I mean? Like, I think that helps navigate it, because at the end of the day, like, you're always going to have fun. But I think trying to just do one thing for an entire time you're out the country. Everyone wants to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And
So I
that's
think it makes it
also
harder.
because, and then at one point it'd be a birthday girl. She like, well, they don't want to do what I want to do, and it's my birthday. Like,
We're too old for that.
We're
Way
way
too
too old for
old.
that. So I'm like, that's why younger. I feel like,
But we are too old for that. But at the same time, it's kind of like,
Why are you here?
why are you here? Like, don't come on this trip and you disappear and
Oh,
do.
yeah, true.
Oh, well,
you're
they shouldn't be
completely
doing
Really
old.
doing you.
Like, it's
true,
like,
true.
no.
Yeah.
Like, this is for my birthday. At the end of the day, like,
Yeah, no, I feel like birthday trip, of course, you're doing what the birthday person wants to do. But like any other shopping trip, fair game.
Yeah.
okay, so let me ask y'all this. So I know that we're kind of at that point where we're at a different like stage of being a woman. You know, like we're going from our 20s to our 30s, like kind of bridging like that gap of like being like kind of like a college student, young adult to like, you know, really becoming like an adult. So what advice would you give to someone that's going through that transition, that same transition you're going through?
Lord.
And
It's so
specifically like being a woman.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the small things.
Yeah. And it's all
Don't
all
sweat the
small.
small things.
It's all
You said what would be the transition you would give them?
like
Like
advice.
what would the advice you would give them
Don't
like
sweat
going
the
through this
small
transition as a
things.
woman?
I feel like this is something that I just thought about recently, but I feel like take your time and kind of just stop and pat yourself on the back. Because I was thinking about myself recently, and I feel like I'm always on the go. Like I'm always on to the next move, and I never really take the time to stop and celebrate where I'm at. I'm always on to the next, and it's like in that sometimes like I look at what I'm doing, I'm like, dang, I'm not where I want to be, and I get down and I be upset about it. But it's like, nah, girl, stop. Look where you are
Yeah.
at. You know what I mean? And just applaud yourself. So I think along the way, stop and smell the roses, pat yourself on the back, not accomplish, but celebrate your accomplishments along the way. Like
Yeah.
you'll get to where you want to be. You don't have to fast track it, but just keep that joy about where your journey is taking you instead of trying to get to that finish line and not acknowledging like where you even are along.
And
that
also
journey.
don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone's path is different.
Yeah.
So.
And I think I can take. Go ahead.
I would say everybody's path is different, but a lot of people's paths are very, very similar.
Similar, true.
And so I think just being open and being transparent to like your
Yeah.
friends and like the women, the women around you, your sisters, like whatever, like, and being transparent will get you a long way too with the woman around you. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
I agree.
Yeah, I think I can take like from each of y'all. To be honest with you, that's what I would have to say is like, one, don't be so like hyper focused on the like picture perfect image of like what you
Mhm.
think you're supposed to be at this stage in your life.
Mhm.
You know, because like
About
you
the
said,
journey.
yeah, it's like literally like everyone has different journeys, and but Crystal is right. Everyone does have very similar journeys, but it doesn't mean that that applies to you per
Yeah.
se. And I think just like you said, like being nice to yourself, you know, like that's really what it comes down to. I think that we're so hard on ourselves and so focused on accomplishing like our next goal that
Mhm.
we can be really difficult on ourselves and we can be our biggest enemies. Like, so like really taking the time to like just be like, dang girl, like you really did that. Like you
Absolutely.
did things that like not everyone is able to do, and just really celebrating your wins.
Mhm.
And they don't have to be big, they don't have to be small, they could be anywhere. Just celebrating them. I think that that's really important, and just living your life.
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely it's the journey that you should, like Jori said, just stop and smell the roses.
Yeah.
Because like if you too hyper focused on what, but I'm not going to that's advice to anybody. I would give that advice to a guy too.
I don't think
About
so.
the journey.
No, I don't think so, because I think that
I feel like guys can take their time.
yeah.
Not just take their time, but there's no
Yeah,
rush
there's
for
no
them.
rush.
They don't
And
have
I
a
feel
clock.
like for women, like
Yeah.
we're rushing like to get everything in order for a
Mhm.
certain
Picture
point in
perfect
our life.
life.
And for men,
Yeah.
it's like they can take their time, and when they're ready to settle down, they're going to. And for us, it's
Absolutely.
like like we said before, men make the decision if they're going to get married, right? So it's like we're over here doing all this work, trying to prepare for that, but you never know when it's going to come. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Because it's like you tell
enjoy it.
like Paulette brought up like a time clock. It's so crazy. I was talking to one of my I'm gonna say friend, like almost like a mentor, and she was telling me about how like her CEO recently like said a statement to her, and she was like, dang, this made me realize like I got to get out of here. So
Mm.
she recently had a child, and she got pregnant again about like whenever her child was 10 months, and her CEO was like, dang, you're pregnant again? Like, you're already pregnant? And I'm like thinking like, why? Like, why is she not able to, you know, get pregnant? Like, why does she have to ask anybody?
mm-hmm.
her time frame. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like, I think about that. It's like, at the end of the day, women, like, we do have like a time clock.
Unfortunately.
There's certain things that we have to get done in a certain manner of time. You know? So
I definitely said I'm freeze my eggs in the next couple years if I'm not, because it's
Really?
yes. But
No,
if I'm not in
she
anything
is right,
serious,
yeah.
by the time I'm
That's
30, I'm freezing
smart.
my eggs, because like you just never know until it's that time to conceive, and it's like, unfortunately, like I would love this picture perfect, a nigga's gonna come into my life, but if a nigga doesn't, right, like I would have some solid eggs that's frozen, like because there's so many problems that we don't talk about, especially in the Black community when it comes to women and conceiving and having kids and all these things, and like you don't always have viable options, you don't always have like great eggs. It's sorry to be that vague about it, but it's not always
or
just
great
that.
sperm.
Yeah, it's just always it's not always that great situation. So like it's recommended. If you talk to your OB-GYN, she'll tell you like, listen, if you're not trying to have kids or if you are not anything serious in the next couple years, freeze your eggs by the time you're 30. Like I know plenty of women who are 33 and having problems. Like I don't want that. So yeah, by the time I'm 30, if I'm nothing serious, I'm freezing my eggs. Like because it's easier to because I don't. No, that's another stigmatism. Like I said, stigmatism. There's another stigma that the community gets as well. As like, oh, freeze your eggs when you get older. What? Like, if you really think about it, that sounds crazy. Because when you get older, that's when it becomes difficult. Like, you need to do it when you're younger. You have the option where you have you're in a healthy state. So that's.
But I hate that we even have to be forced to have that option.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But I mean,
it's
you're
what
looking
it
out for
is.
yourself.
Yeah, it is what
But
it
people
is.
don't
If you want a
even-
family, like
People act like it's so easy to get pregnant. It's
It's
not.
not.
It's actually not. And then even if you do get pregnant, bro, there's so much stuff that comes in. When that girl posted her teeth were falling out.
Oh my gosh, and the black stomach. Oh my gosh, there was
edges falling out.
I know a lot of people's hair fall out, but
Yeah, it's just normal. But the black stomach one, I ain't never seen that one.
oh no, that's really
that goes
normal.
away.
Yeah,
Everyone has a different
something that happens.
timeline. Yeah, but it
Sure.
goes.
Yeah. But
It
teeth.
eventually goes away.
My
Okay.
teeth falling out. Talking about she
Teeth.
wasn't getting enough. I think it was
Calcium.
calcium. Her and they were pulling it from her teeth, and her teeth started falling out because of it.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what's crazy? When you are pregnant, the dentist will tell you like, oh, that's if you're having morning sickness. He'll tell you like, don't brush your teeth all the time, because what will happen is like when you get morning sickness, you want to brush and you throw up, you want to brush your teeth, but like the fluoride and all that stuff is eating away since you're brushing your teeth so much. So they'll tell you just rinse, spit, rinse, spit, rinse, spit. So it's so many things that we don't
morning
talk about.
sickness.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there's so many things we don't talk about, but
Well,
Y'all have any more questions?
no. But I will say, stop being weird. Just thank you very much.
Not us going on like this whole like woman empowerment. Now we're going into
Y'all are.
women.
I didn't say anything.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm all like
be
I'm
weird.
very pro woman.
No, I am too.
We are too.
That doesn't
I
negate
think
the
we
fact
all
that girls
are.
be
Like,
weird.
Yeah.
Listen, if I got stories, bruh.
I think women are only weird because we have been ingrained to be weird.
That's not true.
That's
No.
not true at all.
No.
Weirdo behavior is a choice.
Weirdo behavior is a choice,
No, it's
and
not.
sometimes it's very unwarranted. Nikki, let me tell you,
It is.
I was hanging out with this girl, right? This girl, we was always going out together. Our schedules were actually opposite, but you know, we had a good time together. Every time we go out, we was lit. When I say we went out one day, next day I was blocked.
Oh,
No arguments, no nothing.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. And the thing is, we had a good time that night.
maybe
It's
she didn't
like-
know how to voice her feelings.
Weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's actually
Like,
you know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
what
Weird.
to say.
Nikki,
The
that's,
heck?
you have to admit that's weird.
That's
Yeah.
very weird. I
Yeah.
think when people be blocking people without notice, without having to cover, that's weird.
and it wasn't even.
That's
we didn't have
so
a
weird.
fallout. We didn't have an argument. We didn't have
Yeah.
nothing. If something went wrong, I get it. Nothing happened.
She had a conversation.
I
with herself
texted
and
her and I
blocked you.
said, "Let me know when you make it home." That bitch went green. I said, "What?
Wow.
This is weird." I'm telling you.
She said,
All
"I
right,
went
y'all.
green."
So we're going to go ahead and close out this episode. Thank y'all so much for joining us for episode 105. Please make sure that you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Petty Party Pod. We do have new YouTube videos coming up, which this one will be up on YouTube very soon. So make sure you tune into our YouTube, interact with us, comment, subscribe, like, send us any of your motos, Petty Chronicles, to our email. You can send it to us on any of our social media platforms as well. But yeah, this is your girl, Just Nick, checking out.
It's your girl, Paulette, signing out. Holla.
And it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, signing out. Peace.
And y'all know I'm gonna do it. They saved the best for
Oh
last.
Lord.
You're
Peace
just
out.
doing that because Michelle's
And
not
until
here.
next time.
Don't do that.
Holla.
Bye, guys.